Here's the weird thing. Richard and Sal think that somehow I'm against them. I hired them here.
To be against them.
I like those guys. I like what they do. If I don't play something, they go into a major tailspin. If I don't like something they do, they feel threatened. They feel like their jobs are on the line. They think
Artie doesn't get yelled at for sleeping. They get yelled at for working.
I don't even know what they were talking. Artie was tired on the air. He didn't ask. I said, go take a nap. I thought it would be funny to hear Artie nap on the air, and Artie complied.
Artie gets to run after girls and ask for their phone numbers. They can't approach the guests.
Well, there is a pecking order. There is a difference. Artie, first of all, has been with the show longer than them. Number two, Artie had a major show business career. Sal was a stockbroker, and Richard was working. I wasn't even working. Artie had a major show business career. When I first met Artie, he was a guy, an alumni of Mad TV. He was on the Norm Show.
Dirty work.
He had appeared in major motion pictures, but but not some kooky independent.
They were studio movies, sure.
Studio movies. He is a different guy on the show than Richard or Sal. Yeah, that's true.
Why can Teddy get the phone numbers of girls and he can't ask for an autograph from Ace Frehley? Come on.
That's right. Yeah.
Now, first of all, I get. Guess what? And Benji brought up this point. It was an excellent one too. He said it jokingly. I get paid more than them too.
Right. There is a difference.
Of course, there's a higher. In any job you go to, certain people have different privileges because either they're there longer, or they have a. If you were gonna, I'm higher up on the food chain.
How do you get to sleep on the show?
Because there's comedic value out of it. Howard makes.
Don't argue with me. I'm just taking their side.
God damn it, Robin, not you now.
I do want to mention too that Andrea, Miss Howard Stern, and we think fell asleep during the wrap-up show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, when I watched it, I sort of felt bad for her on some level. I could see that she was a pain in the neck to you, but in the reality show, she sort of portrayed where it looks to us like all she's trying to do is help you. I didn't get the side of her where you guys were talking about that she's just using you. I just saw her just trying to help you and crying a lot.
Did you just fall asleep?
Andrea, I got to tell you something.
I'm saying she's a whining. I'm awake. I'm saying she's a whining crybaby.
Can you imagine? She just kind of.
Wow. She just blanked out for a second.
Well, here's Sal and Richard carrying on about Artie and me, and
I've been a little gun shy coming on the wrap-up show. I haven't come on in 2 weeks because I feel like every time I say something, Gary always disagrees with me. If I say the sky is blue, he'll go, "No, it's not. It's orange, asshole." That's how I feel, but I think I'm overreacting a little bit because I spoke to Gary.
I disagree with you on stuff in general. It's not just in here. No, but I'm not like bullshitting. When we're out there and I talk to you, I'll say to you, Sal, I disagree with you, or I think you're wrong on that, and you don't get mad at me out there.
No, I'm not, but I'm not even mad even on here. I just decided not even to come on, because I'm not mad at you. I'm like, you know what? Sometimes it's just tough for me to get my point across with Gary. But we do feel, Richard and I feel that when Artie's in here, you have a tendency to really lean on him and coddle him. You do, Gary.
No, what do you mean by? See, that was one of the things I don't. What do you mean by coddle him? I do.
Like,
I could say this is what I could say. I lean on him when he's in here to be part of the show because again, we are filling time, so we're taking calls. But Artie can help fill the time, so that part I agree with. But I don't know what you mean when you say I coddle him.
90% of the time, no matter how crazy or whatever Artie's saying, you always seem to agree with what he's saying. And it's hard to come up with, like, right off the top of our head specific things, but it just seems like a lot of times if Artie's arguing with high-pitched Mike, you're definitely going to side with Artie. Like, if Artie's arguing with somebody, you always side with Artie, no matter what the argument is.
But see, I think it's weird that that's how you interpret it. What if I just happen to think like Artie? What if Artie happens to think like me?
And Artie,
is that possible?
And Artie also said that, when they were fighting, Gary and Artie were going back and forth a couple weeks ago, he made a joke about how Gary always takes Howard's side blindly no matter what. You know,
yeah, I agree. I think that too. And I always said that if Howard Stern came on the air tomorrow and says he believes in Jesus, Gary said, "You know what, Boff? I've been thinking about that too. Maybe there is a God." I think that you kind of go where the Howard wind blows.
By the way, isn't Sal talking about himself? Let's be honest.
Absolutely.
Sal is the guy who sucks my balls so bad that, like, if I said tomorrow I'm becoming a Scientologist, Sal would go, "I want to be a Scientologist."
That's right.
Who does that more than Sal?
It's Sal. Sal doesn't. People project into other people what they are.
Well, Sal is also jealous of anybody who does manage to have a relationship with you because he has not managed to affect that.
He has nothing with me.
dude, maybe there is a God. I think that you would go. You kind of go with.
Sal, you're the asshole who does whatever I do.
Okay, first of all, I admire you for your work.
Right.
And you should take that as a compliment.
I do.
If you were a Scientologist tomorrow, I could give a shit.
No, you would do it.
I've
if
never...
it meant that you could get close to me, you would switch religions tomorrow.
No.
Yeah.
You'd be right over at the celebrity center.
You're a woodwork wacko who waited.
I've never taken up chess. Never.
Believe me, you would. You would.
I've thought about
if
it,
you
but
thought it could
you don't
get
have the
into my
mental
life.
capacity to take up chess.
I've thought about it, but you have to admit that Gary.
You
is
can't spell. You should take that up.
I'll tell
Then
you one
you'll
thing.
take up chess.
Gary always kisses your ass. Gary agrees with everything that you say.
No, he doesn't. We fight all the time.
No, I totally disagree with you.
You agree. This is who you are, not
No, it's
Gary.
not. No, I admire you
In fact,
for your
Gary
work.
and I fight all the time.
I admire you. It's totally different with me. I admire you for the man that you become, the entertainment you provided.
You would suck my asshole clean if I needed you to. You under
even
hypnotism,
said, yeah.
you said you would blow me.
Right.
You're the
needed
guy who's that.
You would need baby wipes if Sal were around at home.
You're describing yourself.
That's not kissing
You're
your
in
ass.
love with me. You love to see what shirt I'm wearing. You notice everything I do, the clothes I wear. You're a man in love with me.
Dude, I'm committed to what you have created.
You love me.
I love
you
what
get
you
upset
created.
if I don't take you to dinner in a while.
No, that is not
he knocks
nice.
anybody close to you, including Beth.
Right.
Bullshit.
Oh,
Dude.
bullshit my
Dude,
ass.
you made it part of
You're
your
the guy
act.
who wants to come over in my apartment and eat pizza with me and
Well,
watch
you know what? I
television,
work for you. It would
and
be
hate
nice
that-
if you did that.
I don't
Back
want
then, I
to
needed
do
a
that.
place to stay. And, you know, if we were working on a
I would
construction...
never have you over my house
All
to
right, that's-
stay. You're
well,
a weirdo.
I'm a weirdo because
Yeah.
I admire what you do. If we worked on a construction
No, you're
site
weird.
and you were my boss, they said, hey, Howard, can I stay over
Who got
tonight?
into the pizza
He would
fight?
say, yeah.
Who got into the pizza fight at Artie's nice party that I threw?
Well, that was
Who would that be?
That was me and Scott
No,
DePace.
that was you.
Okay, I instigated
You did it to Scott DePace.
I put a little dot on his head, and he threw a mound in my face.
Why do you not see that you're not the guy who could be trusted? Who's the guy who smells Mutt's daughter's panties?
All right, wait a minute. First of all,
who's the guy?
Don't put a twist
I'm
on
not
all that
putting
shit, man.
Well, I'm not putting you in my house.
See, that's and then you want to know why me and Richard are pissed. We admire you. We're committed to you. Yet I come in here and you have to fucking bring up all this stupid shit
Who's
and
the
make me
guy?
look like
Because
an
you do
asshole.
stupid
Who's the guy?
shit.
All right, but maybe I do.
Who's the
but
guy who said
but why,
that, Howard,
why
that
you
you said about me that I'm an entity? I'm not even a human being.
Okay, what's wrong? Hey, take that as a
So
compliment.
you're the guy who kisses ass.
That's no. I'm a guy who's being truthful. A guy who kisses ass is a guy who just wants to protect.
So you mean
his-
Gary's not being truthful, but you are? If
Of course.
Gary agrees with me,
Of course.
Oh, come on.
Gary,
You sound
wait,
like
hold
an
on.
idiot.
No, I
You
don't.
think you're the only one
Hold
who
on.
works here who was a fan of Howard's for years?
I never said that. You
Yeah, but
guys
that's
are
not-
saying that
but
I'm
no,
the
you're
ass
bringing-
kisser.
You and Richard, I think you're good at what you do, but the fact is you're here because you won a radio contest that we actually initiated on the air. You guys won a contest. You were listeners. You were building
We
the
know
fucking...
what does that mean?
The fucking,
You won-
American Idol.
you won
Okay.
American Idol.
Howard, I'm
So,
sorry
I mean,
that. Wait, but I'm sorry, Howard, that me and Richard admire you. Is that such
Nothing
a
to be
bad
sorry
thing?
for.
At
What
least
is
we're
this-
being
what-
honest.
And what is this? What does this
What do
mean?
we-
Why do you guys feel so downtrodden?
We don't feel well.
Why do you feel like second?
You feel very slighted, and you never miss a moment to tell the
Get
audience.
out of that, man.
I don't miss a
hang out-
moment. I didn't even go in the
Yesterday-
wrap-up
no,
show. I
yesterday-
didn't even want to talk about. Who cares? I don't
First
care.
of all, can I tell you something?
Look, Howard, we're here. I'll tell you
Sal.
why we get downtrodden.
And what is this weird thing? Why don't you speak for yourself and stop with
All right.
we?
All right, fine. I work with the fucking guy day in and day out. He's the only guy I
Richard
talk
so
to.
much more than you.
All right, thank
so
you.
Richard shouldn't be included in the we.
Can I-
Richard's a guy who would be at my house. I would hang out with Richard.
Can I say something very quickly? Hold on.
You're the one I won't hang out
Sal has been reprimanded more since he's been here at Sirius than every other employee I've had in the 25 years I've been here. That's a true. That's a
Sal,
true
you
fact.
don't see the difference between me asking for a porno chick's phone number, a chick who would beg to be on the
they,
show, and you telling Jon Stewart his jokes suck on his show.
I didn't tell
do
him
not
that.
see the
I
fucking
didn't tell
difference.
Jon
Sal, I
Stewart
was
that.
right here when you
I
said
was
it.
in the green room and I said that joke about
Asking Ace
Washington
Frehley for
didn't
his phone
fly over well.
You told
That's
him
what I
whoever
said.
wrote that joke you should be fired.
That's true.
And you know you're a little pussy with your comedy. If one person says it's bad, you pout for 2 weeks. This fucking guy came in
Meanwhile,
here
you-
as a guest, and you're telling him his show sucks.
I
you
didn't
don't see
tell
the
him.
difference between
I
that
said that
and
I
me
was
asking
being
for
truthful.
a porno chick's number.
I was being truthful. I said to the guy that one joke sucked.
All right, how
Just
about
keep
we-
it to yourself, you idiot.
Yeah, why should you
I know
go
what
in
happened
there
with
and
these.
say
I know
that
what
to
happened with
him?
these two idiots.
Why
They
does
go to
Jon
these
Stewart
shows.
need need to know your opinion.
fans pull him aside and go, you guys should have an album.
Bullshit.
You guys should put out Rod and, you know.
What do you got, a fucking crystal?
To him.
What do you got, a crystal ball in your fucking
I know
stomach?
exactly
You
what
don't know what the hell
happened.
you're
I
talking
know
about.
exactly
You don't,
what
you
happened.
don't know anything about what the fans say on the road and how much I fucking stand up for you, fat fucking idiot.
You don't know
because
shit.
they say that they go, how do you put up with Artie walking all over? I go, Artie's great at what he does. And I challenge anybody that I talk to off the air at those stupid comedy shows how they rip you apart and I defend
Richard,
you.
what do you want to
And
know?
I know I get it too. I know I get it too on my end. I know when you go out they say fuck Sally's an ass.
They never even bring you up.
That's fine. But when they do bring you up, they bring you up in a negative way and I defend your fat fucking hacky ass.
I don't care
Let me tell you another thing about your fucking stupid shows before Howard Stern. Nobody knew you. You sucked on Mad TV. You sucked on the Norm Show. Beer League sucks shit. It's fucking terrible.
Wow.
You know it.
Why
It was a flop. It went in 18 theaters. It made $250 grand in America. I could shit that out of my ass. Who are you to tell me about
in 18
comedy
theaters,
and what people tell me off the air? You have no fucking clue what you're talking about.
You know, they
And
got
don't
you
carry
aside and
yourself-
said, they got you aside and said,
and don't
oh,
carry
you guys should have an
yourself.
album.
Where were you?
You guys should put
think
out an
you're the
album with
next
those
Chris
phony
Rock.
phone calls.
Where were you for the past 10 years? You were a third-rate middle. You were in Arizona doing the wagon wheel shit.
what do you know about?
And you were a stockbroker.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't carry myself like I'm the living legend of comedy.
You're a
and
dick.
you think he does.
And neither do I.
He's been milking
You're a
the whiskey talking
weirdo.
for
You're a weirdo, Sal. You're a weirdo.
Go to New Jersey and rip off the fans again New Year's Eve with the same act you did last year, cocksucker.
You're a weirdo. It was in Philly.
Wow.
He wants to go head-to-head. I'm going head-to-head. What the
Sal,
fuck?
everything you're saying doesn't make any sense. You're jealous, and it's oozing out of you.
I am not jealous of you. I put up with your bullshit. I always praise you, but you always got to tear me. So you want to tear me?
That's not true.
I'll tear you.
I try to pull you aside. I try to pull you aside all the time.
Oh, yeah.
I try to pull you aside all the time and help you out. Who gave you $5 grand after you fell off the stage and finally got a laugh?
That was the worst amount of money. I'd rather take it from Hitler than take it from you. If I could give you that money back, I'd give it back to you.
You don't know what country Hitler was
you
from,
cut
you
checks
dickhead.
to win over the audience. Oh, you make the world aware of how generous you are because you're so insecure. Oh, I took JD to Vegas. I'm going to get him late. Oh, I cut salad checks.
It's a big for the air.
I don't want
You brought up when I paid you.
I don't want your monetary sympathy to win over people because you don't have the ability or the confidence to do it on your own.
Ability.
So fuck you.
The ability or the confidence.
are out of
Sal,
line.
go fuck yourself, Sal. Sal, go fuck yourself. And if you want to meet me downstairs later, I will beat the shit out of you.
That's a great
I will
comeback.
beat the fucking
You
shit
can
out of you,
legend.
and then I'll
That's a
go
great
fuck your
comeback,
gay
you
kids in the
legend.
ass.
Suck my dick, you asshole.
I hope your kids die of AIDS.
Wow.
There's got to be something behind that.
That's not behind it.
Why all of a sudden? You've obviously been like bottling this up for a long time.
The guy always rips me every time, every day. How much can you put up with before fucking finally laying into him? That's it.
That's a party shot.
Wow. What the hell just happened?
I don't know, but I tell you what, Sal walks in on that wrap-up show and unloads this viciousness against Artie.
Yeah.
Sometimes
it all
against me,
it's
too.
all pent. You're right. It's all
Me
pent
too.
up. He
Well,
sees people who have what he thinks is a better life than he.
Let me put it this way.
Do you really hope all of his kids get AIDS and die?
No, not till later. Much later.
You're not talking about when they're young. You're talking about
No, like at
older.
least 25.
After gay porn.
Right. After they have to go to gay porn because their father's broke.
How much of that, what we just heard, is like...
That's the real Sal. That's the point I've been trying to make. You know, so how do you work side by side with a guy like that? I've seen that venom come out before, not on that level, but
Wow. I'll put it a little more calmly. I don't hate you, Artie.
Whatever, Richard.
It just drives us nuts.
That what?
What are you, married to him?
What drives you nuts about me?
That you're treated special.
Benji, I've been working alongside Benji and I've gotten treated way better than Benji for years.
No, let me
Have you ever had a problem with me, Benji?
Fuck you! You fucking asswipe! You barely sucks!
Let me just explain. You didn't let me finish.
Beer League, by the way, available on DVD.
You didn't let me finish, though.
Yeah.
It just upsets us a little bit when Artie says all we do is make phone calls, say the C word, and
Why
sniff
do
balls.
you dwell on what Artie says?
Because we do a lot of work and we're
I
proud
never
of our
said
work.
But am I happy with your work?
Yeah.
I am.
But it seems like Artie really puts it down.
When do I say that? When do I ever say that? That's all you do.
Well, to me, like when I said that I didn't want to do acid because I don't want to ruin my ideas, and you were like, well, what ideas?
But we all
did any of us not fuck on you for that? That's a retarded thing to say, Richard. You said something retarded in this room where you're going to get fucked on.
I know, but it just upsets me.
I don't want to do acid. Who else says that?
Why
I don't want to do acid because I have great ideas.
Right. But why do you
idiot?
really focus on Artie?
Well,
Artie always
you've said some things
That's
too,
right.
Robin.
That's what why are you focusing on Artie?
That just already came up yesterday, but
Robin's jealous. She wants you to focus on her.
Well, Robin
Yell at me.
Robin said maybe the worst thing that anybody said to me ever in the world.
Tell me what it is, because I want to top it.
She said, I said something about dying, and Robin goes, "Who would care if you died anyway?"
Oh God, I really don't care if you died, man. And I would, as a matter of fact,
×2.
Who would care if you died a horrible death like scorpions ate your body?
Monty, you're on the air in West Palm, Florida.
Ouch.
Thank you.
Hey, Sal has no right to berate Artie like that. I mean, regardless of what he thinks about Artie, Artie is an established, accomplished guy.
Of course.
I mean, that's like somebody like me who's only been doing stuff for a little while saying that I'm just as good or I'm good as this one. It's ridiculous. I would take Sal's job and do it for free. I would leave my wife and kids and go wait tables if I had to. These guys, you know, they're secretly, deep down inside, they're jealous of him. They want to be him.
No, they have such insecurity about their own position, and this is you too, Richard. You have such insecurity about your position. I'm thrilled with you guys.
I know,
You're not treated second class.
They don't hear one compliment. All they hear is the negative. Of course, Artie has said good things about you. I have said good things about you. But you only hear the negative.
What, nobody else gets fucked with on this show?
I know.
What do you think? It's all a kiss ass fest? What are you talking about?
Sal said some wild things in here. Just
yeah. I mean, that's real shit,
places
man.
he didn't need to go.
Right.
We just it comes down to we admire you guys.
Do I have to you don't admire me. You don't admire me.
I do.
But you lump yourself in with this Sal. Sal just said beer league was shit.
Everything
Mad
was
TV.
shit that he did.
Do I have to bring
Norm
in?
show.
Do I have to bring in an episode of the Norm Show where I just shine?
No, I mean, he was saying that
like I walk in here going, you know, I was God's gift to comedy. What are you kidding me? It's a direct opposite.
Do you know how hard it is? You've been around. You know how hard it is to get a shot on Mad TV?
I know.
It's almost $1 billion to 1.
Listen, that was Sal. I mean, that's not me saying it. I love the movie Elf. Artie was awesome in that. Artie's done.
Richard, everything that comes out of your mouth sounds dumb. You're a dummy. You're a dumb guy. Well, don't say dumb things then.
All right. Is there any? I got to move on.
I don't know whether to open this up.
Shove a squirrel in your mouth.
A couple of the guys said that I should come in. They say that Richard isn't necessarily being honest in his dislike for me, which was sort of news to me.
What do you mean?
Is that true? That Richard's under the impression that I don't like him, I don't like his bits, I don't have any respect for him.
Well, he's been saying for a few days that you don't want to hear anything from him anymore. That
No, but
he
I
can't even
think
talk to
so.
you.
Well, then have it out and say it right now.
It's not that I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to hear everything. Does that make more sense to you?
Gary's the producer of the show. Producers are supposed to weed shit out. In every show there is, writers pitch stuff to producers. Right. It gets accepted or not accepted.
I know, but a lot
Get over it, you pussy.
But no,
you two are
listen,
pussies.
But you don't know what goes on out there. A lot of times, I'll have something for the show. Like, okay, for instance, Gilbert Gottfried was on the other day.
Right.
Doing his Paul Lynde imitation.
Right.
Oh, my God. This is such a great example.
I have some Paul Lynde clips.
Go ahead.
That I thought would be funny, maybe for you to just play a clip. For Gilbert, like,
that
to
sounds
listen
good.
to.
I like that.
Okay.
And you saw, but Gary told me not to put a note. Gary just kind of said, no.
I'd already
no.
played the clips. So let me finish. I had already played the clips for you. I already felt it was going to be weird because as interesting as a Paul Lynde impersonation is to us, there's a whole segment of the audience that hasn't a fucking
All right,
clue
so that's
who he
it.
is. So Richard played it for me. I played it for you. You go... And it wasn't even the best Paul Lynde clips. They were from like some stupid Halloween special. So, so Richard's now like, he's talking about Paul Lynde. I go, but this isn't the right place. I'd have to wedge it in. Right. And I made a determination not to bog the show down.
You made the right determination.
But listen to this though. Then later on, Gilbert started doing the impression again. I went back to Gary.
And Gary said no.
No, Gary's finally said, okay, put up a note.
You know why? Because he fucking wore me down. That's my stupidity.
Those clips weren't right.
No, but that's my stupidity. I let him wear me down. I let him doubt he made me doubt myself because he doesn't fucking stop. You are passive aggressive to the 100th degree. You don't take no for an answer ever. But all you know is that I am not recognizing your genius. No is never an answer for you.
But the reason I'm bringing this up is you saw the note and you said, "Oh, Gilbert, I got something great for you."
The clips were terrible.
No, but you didn't play it. You said, "But we're out of time."
Yeah, because I knew the clip. It was that Halloween clip.
Howard heard it and said, "No, it's not even. This isn't even on me, but I'll take it anyway."
Matter of fact,
why can't you accept that the clip doesn't work?
Matter of fact, I did hear it, and it was lame.
But I'd like to have Howard have the option.
He
of
did,
playing
and he
it.
fucking said no. See, this is how he doesn't let me be.
But all I wanted to do was put up a note, and you said no.
Passive aggressive.
You're like a 2-year-old, Richard. You sound like a baby.
Gary knows. Gary is pretty. Gary's 99% of the time right about what I want.
And when he's not right, he gets yelled at. Like this is what everyone's on the same thing.
But I feel like I get yelled at for wanting to just like play
but you
these
see,
things.
Gary can't spend all morning fighting.
And
you.
Howard can't listen to absolutely everything. Gary's the filter.
When you say
Howard
but,
put him there.
Richard, when you say but, what you're really saying to me is, I heard you. Now let me tell you that I didn't hear you.
But I can't
heard
just
you,
say my point, though?
But you say it over and over and over again. How many times? I probably said no to the Paul Lynde clips 5 or 6 different times. And I took him to Howard anyway to get you off my back, and it still wasn't enough.
You're not talking to Kathy.
I only asked you. I asked you once when Gilbert came in at first, but then Gilbert started doing his imitation. You guys were dying laughing.
You're not getting.
Oh God, Gary, I feel for you, man.
It wasn't a good clip.
Good.
The clip was kind of lame. It was a Halloween clip.
And it was also highly visual.
Okay, but all I wanted to do was put up a note for you to say.
It doesn't matter to you that it was not the quality of sound we want on the show.
But I'll yell at Gary if he puts up a clip and the clip sucks.
Right.
And I see that note. I got to stop and process that information. I'm in the middle of doing something with Gilbert. You got to look at it from my end. Right. And then I trust him so much that I see that note's there. I go to it, and then it sucks, and now I'm in a fucking hole. See, I can't have that. So when Gary says no, it's no. That's all. And you know what? You can revisit it maybe another time or something, or come and say, Gary, do you mind playing this for Howard after the show so maybe we can get his take on it?
And also,
but all I asked him was twice that day.
You could save yourself some time, Richard, by taking the first no and going to do something that would get on
Howard,
the air.
3 times that day, after I'd already played them for you on a different day, and you said no.
Yeah, I like your enthusiasm.
But here's another example. Okay, the John the Stutterer harmonica call, which turned out that you guys loved it. It was up on your board for about 2 or 3 weeks.
Right.
So about once every 4 days, I go to Gary. Hey, can I play that call for Howard?
And Howard, how many times did I ask you?
So mad at me.
How many times did I ask you? Were you on the fence about playing it? Like in other words,
4 or 5 times.
Right. So in other words, every time Richard came to me, I would play it for you again.
And I needed time to think about it.
And he needed time to think about it. So it was it. But I'm like, Richard, he's heard it. I'm aware. I asked him about it. Let it go.
And I got to tell you something.
But the one time I came in and asked you to listen to it,
everything's bought.
You played it right after that. You loved it, and you were like, okay, here,
sometimes
let's play
say
it.
however instead of.
All right, listen,
but you know, you're right. You should not. Don't link yourself with that fucking serial killer too, because I've seen Sal have that blow up about Nick DiPaolo, Jimmy Kimmel, Jon Stewart.
Wow.
Everybody he blows up like that for, because he's a little jealous little weasel who would not have a comedy career on any level if he didn't win a radio contest. You won a radio contest, dude. You could never have passed at a comedy club once in New York City. You made the lighting of the teeth, and you were fucking willing to work for nothing. So you got hired by a radio show. You're a fucking idiot. You're an idiot. Wow. And I want you to stay away from and the other thing is the hostility. So he was me for Halloween.
Yeah.
And the incredible, like, passive-aggressive hostility of being me, you know, the heroin needle and the fact. It's funny, but, I mean, dude, am I Sal for Halloween? Am I? I mean, come on.
No.
That just shows that all he thinks about. If he's not thinking about Howard, he probably thinks about me 24/7. You're nuts. You're nuts.
He's holding up a sign that says die.
Says die.
And that's brilliant.
And can I just say, Howard, that I don't.
Are you still here?
I'm done with it.
I don't hate Gary. I don't hate anybody. I love everybody on the show, and I'm sorry if I become annoying, but I'm very proud of what me and Sal do.
Okay.
And I do really get like real bummed out if our stuff doesn't get
You
played.
need to separate them. They're not good for each other.
Sal's holding up a sign already that says, please die.
Yeah, and guess what? He's on camera for the first time in his life.
All right. Thank you, Richard.
Sal, have you ever auditioned for anything? Have you ever fucking gone to a comedy club like 6 straight times and tried to pass? No.
Have you ever done that?
No, he's never done that. Of course he's never done that.
That's Monty.
Because he sucks. He's a hack. He's a hack sack. He bails after. He tells me in Detroit, I'll do 15 minutes, Art. I gave him $2,500 for coming with us to Detroit. $2,500. And I said, Sal, I need a full set out of you. I need 15 minutes. He goes, all right, I'm with the big boys now. I'm with Artie and Nick. More bullshit. He bails after 8 minutes because his first joke bombed.
First of all,
you suck. And 8 minutes of your stuff is about Gary's teeth. You are a loser. You're a loser.
One joke
and I'm going to fucking knock you out. I'm going to fucking go out on the street and knock you the fuck out.
As long as you don't eat me, you fat slob, you do whatever you want.
I'll do whatever the fuck I want. I'll punch you out and then I will eat you.
Gary's teeth, but you do 20 minutes of Jeff the Drunk. You do 20 minutes of Crazy House. Where's their fucking checks? Half of your stand-up's based on whack packet.
It is not.
You do the
you're saying a lie now.
No, I don't. You're the one who brought this up.
How much of my DVD is about whack packers, you dope?
I told you I do 10 minutes. I did 8, and I told
me you do
don't
15 minutes.
I told them
Is Levy still here? You told me.
I told them
and
don't
I paid you anyway because you're a charity case. You're a charity case.
A charity wouldn't ask for money.
You're a charity case.
I turned the money down.
I feel sorry for your children who are going to have to endure with the video of you putting your balls in a redneck's mouth when they're in high school. Those poor kids.
You know what? At least
while you're after Howard's retired and you're begging Jim Brewer to fucking suck a cock on his show.
Let me tell you something. At least I have a relationship with my children, regardless of what I do. That I
plan on talking to my kids eventually. They're in Vegas right now.
When your kids will be fucking addicted to heroin, crack, and liquor when they're born, because it's running through your fucking veins right now, you lying heroin addict.
I'll tell you what. At least my kids will be funny.
Jackass.
Your kids.
Yeah, they'll be
your
funny
kids. I
your
can't wait to see how funny your kids are going to be. I'm really going to beat him up. And if I forget 5, fine. Richard and Sal can sit here.
Well, thank you for the gift, though, Artie.
If Artie eats Sal, I'm going to check his blood sugar.
Check my hack level.
Al Rosenberg would like to chime in. He's been on the show.
Yeah.
Al used to work on our show.
You have some insight
Go
on
ahead,
this?
Al.
Why am I getting value for my entertainment dollar today? Let me tell you. This is why the show's the best thing anywhere, fucking anywhere.
Well, this is very real. Unfortunately.
I feel bad.
I know it is, but it's so mesmerizing. First of all, it's obvious. Sal wants Artie's chair. He wants to sit where Artie is.
Oh, God, what the show would sound like then, man.
But the number, what he doesn't realize is that Artie is a huge talent. Artie's very funny. To be funny and keep that show moving and say things that are part of it and be, it's just too much. You can't just put another guy in that chair.
Look, I've said this before. There's over 100 guys who could do what I do, but guess what? Sal ain't one of them. Sal is not one of them.
Do we have like a Rupert Pupkin situation here where Sal thinks he can be Artie?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not interested in that.
And he doesn't understand why you don't see that?
I'll tell you something else. I would warn Richard that Sal's dragging him into this shit every day, and he's got to disassociate himself.
What about that, Richard, that Sal is bringing you down?
That's why I should separate them.
Al Rosenberg says that, and Al knows something about show. Thank you, Al.
Sal inspires me. When we start talking about bits and stuff, as you know, everybody always says, oh, they're dumb, they just call women the C word, but Sal is a brilliant mind when it comes to putting together funny bits. And
I disagree.
I think so.
Well, hold on. I mean, don't you agree?
But Sal doesn't hear when I compliment him.
Like, what other show has, like, we have prank calls consistently, new ones every day.
I think our team right now is the best team in radio, and right now this team is the best team that's ever been on the show. You understand what I'm saying?
There you go. So there's your compliment.
There's your compliment.
But you have turned into a negative. With all your whining and kvetching every fucking day.
Can I say? I've never said a thing. I've held this in, and this is my fault.
Go ahead.
The thing is that I'm not jealous of Artie. I've made it clear yesterday. Hold on, Artie, please. On the wrap-up show, that you deserve to be in that chair. That you are the funniest guy. That you this stuff hasn't been brought up. That he is consistently funny. That he's an A-game player.
You just said everything he's done in his career was
horrible. But the problem is that I did say that out of anger and pain because every time me and Richard come in here, he says we have the mentality of fifth graders.
Oh, stop it!
Not true.
Okay, this is that's why I don't argue.
You're not understanding.
But I'm saying what happens. That me and Richard.
Let me explain
Artie, I can only take so much of every day.
When Sal, listen to me.
Go ahead,
Richard. Listen. When you come in here and do a childish prank, which is hysterical. If Artie says you guys have the brains of a fifth grader, that adds to the levity of it. In other words, you're doing a fifth grade stunt.
And
we don't look at it that way.
When you have, It's not a bad thing.
I know, and
when you're doing boner fights and sticking your balls in someone's face.
Or painting each other's sacks.
It's
or whatever
You really
do.
think that's brilliant comedy?
No,
it's not. But I'm saying it's not compared to the other shit you do. The phone calls. It's dumb. It's something. And everybody has a human reaction to it. Mine is that it's gay and gross, and I bring it up.
Right.
I mean, you want me to hold that in? That's not what the show is.
But that's why we get upset when Artie says that's all we do.
All right.
We write a lot of stuff out.
Why is Artie defining who you are? Go back.
It ain't the Artie Lange show, guys.
The
It
only
ain't.
person who defines what you are is me, whether you work here or not.
But the thing is that I want to make it clear.
Artie's not defining you. Artie's being Artie.
I am not jealous of Artie.
You are.
No, but
You're
I'm not
jealous of anyone who is
angry at
you
the
don't like that Artie came to my house this summer.
No,
you don't
it doesn't
like,
matter.
You
It
can't
doesn't
handle
matter.
Probably all eating at him yet.
No, it's not. Hold
It's
on,
eating
Robin,
at you.
please. Listen to me.
You're having
The thing
problems
is
with
that,
your wife.
Right, that's
and now
true.
you're
I have
taking
high
it out
blood
on the
pressure.
world.
No, and the thing is that like I said yesterday.
Thank you.
I made it perfectly clear how I feel about Artie, but I feel like every time I speak, he gives me a jab, and he jabs, and he jabs, and he jabs, and then you have the final blow.
right.
What am I supposed to do?
It's called an argument. I mean, you know.
I know, and
you're giving me shit too. Can I come in here and say I'm fed up with the heroin song parodies or anything else? But that's not the case.
I know that, but I'm trying to.
You were crying, weren't you?
I'm trying to keep.
Were you just crying?
No, not at all. Not at all. I wouldn't cry.
Did someone catch him crying?
Yeah, somebody caught him
Go
crying.
ahead. Produce the tape. I wasn't crying at all. I wouldn't
Sal
cry
was
about this
crying.
horse
Who wrote
shit.
that note?
Whoever wrote that note should be fired.
I don't hope your kids die of
Gee,
AIDS. I'll
do you
take
wanna-
that back. But everything else, go fuck yourself. Sal hugging me the night of the premiere and gushing how great it was phony?
Well, that's what it would mean.
Was that phony,
Even
Sal?
Beetlejuice laughs at that.
Oh, my God.
I would tend to question his sincerity.
Sal, were you honest when you hugged Artie and said it was great? Or were you a phony, lying scumbag? Which is it? Answer me now. I'll tell you, you never know what anyone really means around. Tell the truth. The night of Beer League, you hugged Artie. I remember.
I was very happy for Artie.
Yeah,
Very
and you
happy
told
for
him.
Why would you be happy for me making a shit movie?
Were you sincere when you hugged Jon Stewart in a commercial break and and then you said that you think he sucks?
When did I say that?
You say it all the time.
I never said Jon Stewart.
Wait,
I
you did.
said.
Well, it's the same thing.
Again, you are so retarded.
Well, you want to
I
challenge
say.
me.
You're changing the subject.
Okay, I'll challenge you,
Here's
Mr.
your
Fucking
answer.
Wizard.
Here's your answer. I'm happy for Artie. I'm always happy for Artie. I
when
said
you-
yes. Yes, I was happy for Artie. It was
No, did you?
It was
were
a
you
big.
lying when you said you loved the movie?
I never said I loved the movie.
Artie
I
says
said
you
great job, and he did a great job. He reached a plateau in his career.
How did he do a great job if it was a shitty movie?
I said the movie was okay. I'm not crazy
So if the
about
movie was okay, how did he do a great job?
What'd you think of the movie?
I loved it.
I don't believe you.
I had a great time.
Well, then the next day,
I
people
was
were nice
happy
enough to. Everybody said very complimentary things the next day. So you're saying they're phony now? Now Howard's phony?
Listen to me. I was happy for you. I gave you a hug. I'm still happy for you. And I made it perfectly clear that I'm always happy for Artie. And it's
But
not.
why would you be happy for me making a shit movie?
It's not a jealousy issue. The issue was that we feel that we work with Artie.
There's no we.
Artie's like bipolar.
What do you feel?
Artie's bipolar. I feel he's bipolar. One second he's calling me up and he's giving me the best advice in the world, which means the world to me.
Do you think I have ammonia as well as being bipolar? What do you know about bipolar? You're a
bipolar,
retard.
Artie. You're bipolar.
You don't know what bipolar is.
What does bipolar mean?
But he's a Jekyll and Hyde. I mean, one day.
That's not bipolar, you know.
It isn't?
No.
You're talking about a rare form of schizophrenia where that somebody might have multiple personalities.
Yeah, that's
bipolar.
what you're talking about.
You hear the word bi and you assume
All
that
of my
means two
personalities think you suck. All of them.
Okay.
But all of them want to help you.
Artie.
bipolar
I've
is a
said
type
a
of
million
affect.
times that Artie is
That's
taking.
manic depression.
He's like a big brother to me, and
All
he's
right, I
been
gotta
great to
move
me,
on.
and
Thank
I
you.
am happy
So
for
you
him. And
gotta
I
move
said things
All
out of
I
an
ever
argument.
said about Jon Stewart was that I hate the unbelievable positive press he always gets. It's not about John. It's about the media. That's what I
But
said.
it's okay to say you don't like the guy.
But he
But not
doesn't
to his
say
face.
say
It's
that.
so different. I mean, like to his face when he's a guest on the show. That's you can't see the difference between two
So
coworkers.
that answers my question. To your face, I said it was great.
Sal, you can't see that when my guest comes in, you're not supposed
Yes,
to go in
I
the green
can,
room
I
and say to
can.
the guy your material wasn't good that night?
That was my
Man.
first month there, and I learned, and I haven't done it since. You're
learned.
right.
Why would you have to learn that?
Listen. At least I can admit when I'm wrong. That's the problem with the show. Everybody's always right. You guys are
What is
always
it,
right
Brenda?
about everything.
Brenda in Detroit, go ahead.
Hey, Howard, how you doing?
Okay.
I just want you to know that I saw Artie at the Fox Theater in Detroit about a month ago, and Sal was there too. Artie rocked.
He did. He's a funny guy.
Sal sucked.
Sal,
Nobody
say
even
my name
laughed
right,
at
you
the audience.
stupid bitch. You're an
Fuck you,
idiot.
Sal.
Fuck you,
No,
too.
why is she an idiot for saying something that she thinks that's because she's giving her opinion?
And I said on the wrap-up show that I sucked that night too. We all have bad nights. I'm not talking about my comedy. I'm not comparing myself to him. I'm
No,
not.
you
I'm
are.
saying that.
You are. You
No, I
feel
ain't.
you
I'm
should be-
saying that the guy's, as you put it, is schizophrenic. Where one day
I didn't say he was schizophrenic. You're describing.
He's got multiple personalities. One day he puts his arm around you. He's very helpful. He does have a
You're
big
not
heart.
the same way, Sal.
Yes, I am. But you know what? The thing is that I felt like I constantly get jabbed by you every opportunity you get, so it festers inside of me. I should have expressed this sooner. So I let it fester inside me. I got whatever, my own personal issues, and I blew up. And I'm sorry that I blew up. I handled it improperly.
Okay. All right, you guys are working.
But I'm
on it.
happy for his career and
All
stuff.
right.
I'm not dishappy for the guy.
Dishappy for me? Sal, go in the back and put your head back in your ass.
See, that's how it closes. I say I'm happy for him. I go put my head
No,
in my
no,
ass.
you're
There's
just
the
whatever.
difference between
I
me and
just
you.
know- you know what?
There's the difference between me and you.
Yeah, I say
Is
something
that
funny and you don't.
Right, very good. That was brilliant.
You went back in the studio, and it seemed like you were a lot calmer this time.
Right.
Why the change?
Because it was an argument. What happens when you fight? You blow up. I got angry. I let a lot of shit out. It was held inside of me. And then, you know, what happens when you come down, you come around, you reevaluate, like any other argument, you say things that you don't mean, you say them out of anger, but they're not sincere. And I just wanted to make my point clear.
So you realized that you were a little harsh?
Yeah,
and over the
absolutely.
top about it?
Yeah, sure.
But you didn't mean any of it?
No, I meant it. No. It just like I said, I was angry and I exaggerated a bit.
Artie, what happened with Sal, man?
Stay away from Sal, please. Stay away. Stay away.
I think Sal is a psychopath, and we've hired a schizophrenic lunatic. I mean, he was a stalker, and he won a radio contest, and the prize has been extended way too long.
Why the sudden outburst? Why do you think he did that?
Because he's loony.
Do you have anything to say to that? Are you really gonna kick his ass if you see him?
Well, if let's just put it this way: if he comes at me, I'm not afraid to use some of the martial arts I learned over in Korea.
What the hell was I going to tell you? Oh, there's so much to talk about. I mean, I got to talk about Artie on the wrap-up show.
Yeah, I heard that more fireworks occurred.
Yeah, I was just listening to his wild. Yeah, really, really vicious. Matt, you're on the air in Haverhill, Mass.
Hey now. First of all, this is no time better than now than for a Sal roast, huh?
Yeah, well.
Oh, my goodness.
Now, did you hear the wrap-up show fight between Artie, Sal, and Richard?
Yeah, Sal is such a fucking asshole. That guy is a piece of shit. Son of a bitch.
Now, so you see, we had a fight here that started between Artie, Sal, and Richard on our show.
Oh, I heard it all.
And yeah, and then it moved over to the wrap-up show, so I don't know who's heard what.
It ended with Artie telling Sal to go fuck himself. It was great.
That's the ultimate.
Yeah, it really was a very manly fight. Let's go, Mike. You're on the air in Bradley, Illinois.
Hey now, Howard. Yeah, I listened to the wrap-up show, and actually Gary came up with a really good idea on having them compete over who could have the best bit. But I got to tell you, though, I love Artie. There's no way I'll ever take sides with Sal. But I never thought I'd have to see the day where I have to choose sides on it. You know what I mean? It's very disappointing to me that Sal would act like that to a guy who has contributed so much to the show.
Yeah, well, I didn't hear the fight. I just started listening to it this morning, and I'll play it for you.
Yeah, because I was going to say, some of us are still out of the loop. We don't know where this went after the show.
I would like to get to the bottom of it today and hear it. I don't know that it could ever be resolved.
Here's the thing. I mean,
Artie called Sal a coon-faced motherfucker. I believe.
Face.
Raccoon face. I mean, look, as far as I'm concerned, they started this with this incessant whining. I mean, the accusation that I ribbed them too much. I mean, what is this show about? And they're clearly talking behind my back. Richard pulled Jason aside and he's saying all sorts of mean things about me. Sal is telling everybody he can find that I'm an asshole.
Wow.
And it makes me feel weird. It's creepy to work with somebody like that. I didn't think I was mean to those guys. I thought I busted their chops as much as I bust anybody else's chops on the show. They've broken my balls over the years, but if they're really hurt by it and they're reacting in a way where they're talking behind my back, I really don't want to have anything to do with them. And I mean, quite frankly, we could do our jobs and not interact at all. You know,
That is true.
I mean, it's just. It's creepy.
I mean, the thing is, you're offering them $2,500, dude. If you offer me $2,500 for stand-up, dude, I'd do 30 minutes if I could. You know what I mean? And for him to back out like that, you've done a lot for the show, Artie. You do. Remember the guy with no arms, the midget? You took care of him, dude. You are a saint. And
Matt.
you're just trying to help him
Most
out.
of the email was.
Dude, I love
most
you.
of the email was in favor of Artie. I will read. Some of it was in favor of
Sal and Richard.
Sal and Richard, and
No,
I don't know
and
why
they've
Sal
done-
and Richard wrote those.
Look, they've done a lot for the show too. I'm not saying, and we all contribute. We all contribute is the point. You know.
I'll read you some of the email.
But
if you
I don't
would
know
like.
what they started this. I don't know. It really is weird to me. It makes me feel bad.
For the love of the show, please fire that piece of shit Sal. Who in the fuck does he think he is, talking the way he did to you on the show today? He is a jealous, whining, no-talent hack. Sal, go back to Wall Street and suck the dick of corporate America. Leave the rest of us alone. Here's another one. Do a Win Sal's Job contest. As a goof, see what he does. Number 3, best meltdown ever. So, you know, people just like him. Sal is the biggest fucking moron on the planet. Get him the fuck off the show. He has no talent. He's a fucking idiot, and he makes me sick. No wonder his wife has an emotional friend. I hope Artie kicks his fucking ass, and I hope too Sal's kids die of AIDS. Oh, this is terrible.
I took that back.
Good, yes. All right.
Somebody suggested I bang his wife. Not that I could, but even if I could, again, that woman has been through way too much to make her suffer through my
I respect that.
sex with me.
I respect that. And finally, a guy sums it up. I'll read you the last one.
All right.
Jesus, stop the screaming. The problems that are happening can all be attributed to one thing. People love Artie, and it hurts them when he says mean things to them. Artie can't stand being loved, and he will meet true admiration with a flamethrower. Sal and Richard do admire Artie. They do resent being goofed on so regularly. Artie should say he's sorry, and Gary should too. Give the guys their due.
Okay,
So-
okay.
What
That
did
guy,
Gary do?
that guy sounds like a rational guy, but I mean, isn't the show about busting each other's balls? I mean, I don't feel I say anything mean about them. That's
Well,
not.
some people feel you have been too mean. I will read some of the email that was negative. Artie is such a fat baby. He makes millions from the show. Don't belittle dudes that make shit money just because you are hungry, petulant turd.
Well, I
Artie's
mean, again,
comments
they
about
started it.
Artie's comments about Sal's kids way out of line. His
It
kids
was.
didn't do anything. Fat boy should be ashamed of making these statements. I don't particularly like Sal, but Artie went too far.
That was out of line.
So there it is.
I agree with that. But you
Wow,
know,
Artie, you really came off like a pompous piece of shit this morning on the wrap-up show.
Oh.
Where do you get off telling people that they're not comedians? I've seen Sal's act and your act. Thinking back on them, they are different. If he isn't a comedian, then you're not one either.
Wow.
You're a fat sidekick with drug stories. See,
Man,
everybody's...
it's just shit on Artie Day, ain't it?
Well, it was... listen, there was a lot of shit flying. I'm reading you the email. I have to say it was the 99% with Artie, though.
Yeah.
I'm telling you what I'm reading here. A lot of people feel that Sal and Richard are experiencing some sort of jealousy with Artie, and they're taking it out on him.
Well, I think they feel like second-class citizens.
Right.
And I've noticed, now nothing has happened here that's different, but they have begun to act as if they don't belong. They keep themselves
Yes.
closed up in their little room.
Right.
They don't talk to anybody.
Well, it's 'cause they're
and
gay.
they're back there
Well, I appreciate
feeding
that.
each other's insecurity.
Well,
Right, but
that's the
with
problem.
Richard, though, Richard was bitching at Gary, and Gary's the fucking producer, and he makes the final call on what's good and what's not. So why couldn't Richard just take no for an answer? If you had any other job, they'd been fired.
All right. Well, I'll play you some of the tape. Artie, you did, you really were going at it. I sensed real anger in this. This
well,
was
I
no
mean,
bit.
listen. How would you? I mean, that initial blow up Sal had. If you want to take that out and write it down, look at that on paper. That is some.
It was
would like
vicious.
to do
It
that.
was vicious.
I want
mean,
somebody to take Sal's initial blow up and
On
write
the
it out for
show,
me, and
yeah.
I will read it out loud.
So
Maybe
you gotta.
That's a
I mean,
good idea.
you gotta look at it that way. So anything I say after that is kind of like, hey, what the fuck? I'm just defending myself after that, you know.
You sucked on Mad TV. You sucked on the Norm Show. Beer League sucks shit. It's fucking terrible.
Wow.
You know it.
Why
It was
are
a
you
flop. It went in 18 theaters. It made $250 grand in America. I could shit that out of my ass. Who are you to tell me about
18
comedy
theaters,
and what people tell me off the air? You have no fucking clue what you're talking about.
know, they
And
got you
carry
aside and
yourself.
said,
And don't
oh,
carry
you guys should have an
yourself.
album.
Where were you?
You guys should put
think
out an
you're the
album with
next
those
Chris
phony
Rock.
phone calls.
Where were you for the past 10 years? You were a third-rate middle. You were in Arizona doing the wagon wheel shit.
what do you know about?
You were a stockbroker.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't carry myself like I'm the living legend of comedy.
You're a
and
dick.
you think he does.
And neither
He's
do
been
I.
milking.
Why
He's
are
been
you-
milking.
You're a
the whiskey talking
weirdo.
for
You're a
years.
weirdo, Sal. You're a weirdo.
Go to New Jersey and rip off the fans again New Year's Eve with the same act you did last year, cocksucker.
You're a weirdo. It was in Philly.
You know, sometimes these arguments for me get to the point where I don't remember why they started.
Right.
Like, you know, they just kind of happen.
Well, it was a conversation on the wrap-up show the day before about Artie getting special treatment.
And then
that started
and
it.
then,
Artie said,
and then they kitchen sinked everything. They put everything, every gripe that they had against Artie, they piled on that day. It was this was wrong with Artie, that was wrong with Artie. So Artie had nothing to
Fred,
do.
no one's gotten your opinion on this, and that's mainly because we usually forget you're here.
Well,
Fred, please tell us, what are you thinking? Did you hear the wrap-up show clips? Would you like
I
me
did
to...
hear the wrap-up show clips, and I don't want to comment on those as of yet. But
Right.
taking it from when Sal walked in and the clips and everything like that, it started off with one conversation, and as the conversation kept evolving, Sal kept letting out more and more stuff that he was mad at Artie about. And that was unfair. I mean, if Artie's getting special treatment, then just focus on that. He took it to, you know, like settle, like even the score about, you know, like him, you know, maybe not being nice to him, ribbing on him and whatever. What they forget is Artie's a comedian.
Well, be angry with me if Artie's getting special treatment.
Yeah,
Not,
but I mean, but no, they're just angry at Artie. They're at that point they're taking anything they can to get their point across. Artie is a comedian. I mean, when he does the stuff with, you know, high pitch Mike. I mean, high pitch Mike is getting cranked up, but you can clearly see, and at least I can see it, that Artie's just goofing with him. And I think that's what it started with yesterday, but these guys just kept going and going and
there
going.
was real anger.
And then when Sal got into that thing about saying like Artie was shit on Mad TV and that his movie sucked, I mean, that was number one, it was all lies. And it was just mean. And at that point, Artie had no recourse except to like go at him.
Sounds to me like you're endorsing Artie.
I'm endorsing Artie on this one.
Yeah. It's never really clear to me what Fred is going to come out
I got that out of it.
No, I'm saying I didn't know where he stood.
He was taking a guess, and he guessed right.
Listen, but the other thing is, it's like, I mean, look, Howard, I think you were being nice to me yesterday and saying, like, you know, I came here with some major show business career. Whether it was major or not, it
You
definitely
had a career.
It was a career. But the other thing is, no, of course it was. I mean, I made a good money. I did all right. But I didn't come in here with an attitude like I did have a major career. You know what I mean? I didn't.
Right.
They're sort of projecting that on me. Like, what evidence do they have that I came in here going, listen, guys?
Well, why don't I play the clips?
It's your luckiest day ever.
Right, because you get to work with me.
I came in here as humble as I still am now, and as just as appreciative as I am now.
But Artie, why don't I play the clips now? And then who knows? Fred might even comment some more. You don't know.
Yes.
Or Fred could change his mind.
I can change my mind.
That's right.
No,
Well,
but
listen, again,
I'm pretty confident I'm going to stay right there.
My only defense about whatever I say is that Sal continues to say brutal shit. And the other thing that comes out is Richard is pulling people aside and talking about me. That is just creepy, and I don't want to deal with. I don't want any like office politics like that. It's awful. I don't want to deal with that.
What is it, Jason, who was very much involved in this whole... you were the guy who actually told Artie what Richard was saying behind his back.
And there's some people in an email that are actually angry with Jason
They
because
should
they
be.
think he kind of does these weasel moves.
I do. I felt
I liked
horrible.
his moves.
Thank you.
Yes.
No, I
But
really
it was
did.
a weasel move, yes.
I felt
Jason
bad
has
about
learned well.
I felt bad. I was fanning the flames for
No
for
bigger
no
weasel
reason.
than me, and I've passed my genetics on to him.
Came here an innocent kid.
I just do want to tell her, it wasn't like Richard pulled me aside to badmouth you. I was just trying to say on the wrap-up show, which I stand by with that. I think Richard was angrier at you than he was letting on based
But
off
how would you know that?
based off things he said. But it's not like he's running around.
Where was he saying it though? How do you
Over the
know?
course of a normal conversation that you just, we're friends, we hang out, but it's not like he's running around pulling people aside, bad-mouthing you. That's all I want to clarify, because I know I
Let
felt
me teach you something else.
What?
When you're a weasel, don't try to weasel out.
Don't try to weasel out.
Richard asked me to come in and say that, and it's the truth. I'm not making
Yeah,
it up.
but how did the conversation get to me? And what?
Well, let's listen to
Richard. Is there anything you want to tell me bad about Artie?
Yeah, why? That's the point. Why in a normal, friendly conversation am I coming up?
I don't know. But it wasn't like he pulled me aside and said, "Let me badmouth Artie."
When Richard badmouthed Artie,
It was more like every time.
why did it even come up in the first place? What was Richard's whole?
Did you go on a fishing expedition?
I'm pretty sure it was one of those days a couple months ago where Artie either made fun of one of their phone calls on the air, or
And Richard said what to you about Artie?
He was angry that he felt that Artie says one thing to his face and then another thing behind his back, and that Artie just constantly undermines him and puts him down, and he doesn't get it, and it really upsets him.
That to be the case. I mean, am I constantly?
No, I tell you, they're under a delusion back there. They're making each other paranoid.
I sit here, and there's times I've had tears coming out of my eyes, crying at some of the shit they've done. What are they talking about?
They never hear any of that.
Well, let's get to the wrap-up show because it got ugly, and not everybody heard it.
It is ugly.
It is ugly. It's as ugly as it gets. Here we go in no particular order, Robin. I don't know how much of this you heard.
I didn't hear much of anything.
All right, so then you are probably lucky to be hearing this
Yes,
now.
I am.
All right.
The funny thing with Sal is Sal cares so much about what the audience thinks of him that I was surprised that he showed that side of himself to the audience today. And I was talking to Shuley for Howard 100 News, and I said, Sal set himself back 100 years because it's almost like a racist who doesn't want to be racist, and then one day he just blows up and starts blurting out the N-word. Like, that was a side of Sal that even I'd never seen before.
Well, here you go. Sal thinks every listener is as big an asshole as he is. You understand? Because when Sal was just a listener, he was the bitter motherfucker. And if you made him mad, he was the one who got on the computer like a little faggot with no time on his hands and said, we hate Fred because he said this, and we hate Artie because he said this. He thinks everybody is as big a lunatic and a psychopath as he is. So that's why he cares what the audience thinks so much, because he thinks they're all as nuts as him. Guess what, Sal? They're not. They're all normal compared to you. You're the nut. And I find him to be. I never thought he was funny. I think he's a winner of a radio contest that we let come on the show. He's willing to blow Richard and make phony phone calls. He's nothingness.
Well, then it escalated.
There you go.
I'm just going to play them.
That was before Sal got there.
Wow. Yeah, you gave it to him good, and then Sal finally came in to defend himself, and then it got even better.
It's so funny how Sal, this is another example of how he wants to be in the comedy community so long. A middler, Sal doesn't know what the fuck a middler is, more than he knows what ammonia is. He's not a comedian. He's not a comedian. He's not. I don't care what. I mean, then that's me being truthful. And, I mean, look, he can have those opinions all he wants about my comedy, but would it hurt me? Like, it would hurt me more if Bob Levy felt that than it did Sal. Right. Because, I mean, if Sal was going to critique my, like, say I became a swindling, dishonest stockbroker, and I wanted to milk people out of money, and I wasn't educated, and I somehow passed a Series 7 test because I paid somebody off or I cheated, and married a chick way hotter than I should have, and somehow had children with her, and then embarrassed her in life. If I was that guy and he insulted that lifestyle, like he said, you're horrible at swindling people, you're a horrible phony stockbroker. Then I'd be upset because that's something he's an expert at. I think Sal is awful. He's not funny. He's not talented on any level. He's a horrible stand-up comic. And the reason he got mad at Nick DiPaolo and blew up at him that one time is because Nick looked at him, like, you got to understand, a guy like Nick, he's not as famous as Sal because Sal's on this show. So a guy like Nick, who's a brilliant comic, looks at Sal as like literally like a monkey, like he's a monkey act. Sal is Beetlejuice to Nick. So it just hurts Nick to do a gig with Beetlejuice. You know what I mean? Like I got to do he's a whackbacker, and that's how Nick will always look at him. And quite frankly, that's how I look at him.
Wow, that's rough. You know, like it left the world of funny into rough.
Tough love.
Rough.
Well, the funny train moved out a long time ago.
Funny train. Wow.
Mean train has pulled in.
Let's keep going with it. What the hell? You were on fire. And Sal does come into the argument eventually.
I'm not an angry guy.
This is Richard, his wife.
I'm not an angry guy. I get annoyed.
Passive aggressive. Do you even know what that means? Like Gary.
I actually had to have Gary explain what that means.
Well, listen, dude. Listen, just stay clear of me. I don't want to talk to you two anymore. I really don't, because I don't like you guys either. How's that sound?
I never said I
Fuck
don't
you.
like you.
No, I don't like you or Sal. So from this day on, stay clear of me, and we won't have any trouble. All right? And if you write a song parody about me, I may take my jabs again.
What? I can't say that I get a little annoyed when you rag
That's not
on
what Jason's saying, and quite
do.
frankly, I believe what Jason's saying.
Well, what did I say then?
Do you want me to go into it?
Go ahead, man. It's out on the table.
He's you know, he first of all, he gets insanely angry, you know, when you guys take a swipe at his comedy, and he'll just go on and on about it. But more vicious than you're getting on the air. You know, who does Artie think he is? You know, he says one thing to your face and then another thing behind your back.
That's true.
You know, but you say it in a very malicious.
No, I have said that because.
And you say it angry.
The instance,
What's angry?
and this is, I don't want to go and rehash the whole thing where we argued at your roast, but. You came up to me at that comedy show, the benefit show that we did for Sal's buddy. Right. After my set, you said, "Hey, great job, Richard. You were really nice."
Yeah, okay.
Then
That one night you did good.
No, but then when you were at your roast, you said I sucked, and that's really the only time you had ever seen me at that time do comedy.
What roast? At my roast? We were roasting. It was a roast day. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying that was an instance where
the stuff I say during a roast might not be true.
I think that when you took a shot at Richard's comedy, it wasn't during your roast part. It was earlier in the morning. We were talking about it, or earlier in the evening, and you just sort of said offhand, I think Richard's act sucked. He took that very hard. That I know.
Listen, part of show business is being phony. It really is. I got news for you. Everybody in this room thinks that they're going to go on and be the honest people that they think they are. You can't live in show business like that. You have to be dishonest. Does Gary like Gina Gershon? No. But is Gary dying to hear her album? No. But you have to be phony. You have to, otherwise you will not survive in this business. You will not. So well then.
And when you said to me after that gig, I took it literal when you said I did a good job.
I didn't even see your set, Richard.
Well, then you said, why'd you say good job?
Because I was being phony.
Wow. I mean, it was some wrap-up show. You know, for me, I got to say, you know, as somebody who has a radio show and, you know, the channels are, after all, called Howard 100 and Howard 101, it gives me a good feeling to know after we leave that there's good radio going on. And I didn't even have to be there.
You know, they should rename it the Truth Serum Show, because more people say
crazy crap,
crazy stuff on that show than anywhere else.
Let me tell you something.
Style.
Again, could you imagine if we lived in a world where everybody walked around being dead honest? No one would talk to anybody.
Yeah.
Well, you made a very good point.
You know, it's like, I mean,
let's continue here. Sal gets into the fray finally with you. I guess you kind of sucked him into the conversation.
Yeah, I sucked him. Big mistake.
How much of what you said did you really mean? We said sometimes, like, you get all worked up and you say things maybe you don't mean just because you want to get under the guy's skin, but there's a lot of truth in that. We want to know how much of that was true.
And be honest, Sal.
I'm being honest. I'm always honest. That's my problem.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. I said what I had to say, and that's it. And anybody can interpret it any way they like.
Well,
I know how I've... What? Shut up, Jason.
So you're saying you stand
it's
behind...
not like looking at a Picasso and interpreting it, dickhead. What you said is pretty clear, and you said it angry.
All right, so take it any way you want to take it.
I'm going to take it as you said it, so never fucking talk to me again.
All right, not a problem.
He's so brilliant. It's like the scripture. You have to interpret it.
Yeah, he got deep. He got deep there.
I'm going to analyze it.
He wouldn't answer the question.
Well, maybe what he meant was.
Yeah, right. Problem. Good.
I meant a lot of things. I think that Artie is two-faced. I think Artie, you know, one day he's helping you, the next day he's just constantly jabbing at you, consistently throwing you under the bus. And
on the air. I do stuff on the air. We're not all different on the air. It's not a show on the air.
Yeah, it is.
What do you want me to do? Say something kissing your ass every second on the air? I lose my job in 2 seconds.
You're consistent.
I'm trying to say funny things.
All right, well, it's not working.
Why do you care so much what Artie thinks?
Because I admire and respect the guy, and I've always made that clear.
What? So now you're saying something completely different.
Right. How do you admire and respect the guy?
I don't know. That's what,
listen.
Let's
how do you admire and respect the guy?
You're not smart enough to get out of this right now. You're an idiot, and I don't want to talk to you ever again.
Well, the argument continued. Would you like to hear more?
Yes, this is amazing.
Right. Here we go.
If this show had a budget for writers, you guys would be you'd be whack packers still.
This show does have a budget for writers.
Oh yeah.
Barely.
See, that's the thing, Artie. You don't know what we write. We're on Lotus
What do
Notes
you
every
write?
day.
I've seen you guys write the last couple of sketches you wrote that didn't involve a phone call or a reality thing. I mean, my God, they were so embarrassingly bad. Like
Was Porn Star Family Feud good? You
Sal,
said it was great and it was a great idea.
That was your idea.
I came, yeah.
Sal, a 6-year-old can have an idea like that.
Okay, there it is. There's the rebuttal. So when you challenge
Sal,
me, you
I'm
go
talking
back
about
to
a
6 year
sketch.
old.
I'm talking about a sketch where everybody in the sketch is a character. There's no porn stars who are meth heads to bail you out when you need something funny.
What sketch were you in?
What are you talking about?
What sketch were you in that was great?
I was a writer on a sketch show for years where you don't have the reality of real people or a real phone call reaction.
And what
when
happened
you guys
to
What happened to me?
happened?
I wasn't fired from the show. I was a cocaine addict. I mean,
I gotta, hold on, Sal. I got to step in for a second because you said something that's really making me nuts. We did Porn Star Family Feud long before you were
that's
anywhere
old.
near
The element of
this
old.
show.
I know
You're a
that.
dickhead.
I know
You're
that.
Don't you credit for writing
Hold on. It was the idea of old versus new. That's the
I'm
idea.
talking about a sketch. I'm talking about a full sketch. I want you to bring out every full
I don't know.
sketch. That's what a real writer does. That's what a real writer does. A real writer doesn't fucking make phony phone calls and say cunt when someone answers the phone.
We don't work for Mad TV. We don't do sketch writing. We do audio stuff. We've done audio bits.
You're not writers. You're not a writer.
Are they performers? Like, what do you consider that?
They're whackbackers. They're the same way we have fun with a whackbacker. We have fun with them.
Wow.
What are you? So, Artie, is it real? Was there any detente yesterday,
No.
or are you three not talking to one?
Right now, I'm not. Right now, I don't want to talk to them. No.
Right.
I don't want to see
Right.
them.
What will happen when you walk outside? Let's say during a break to go to the bathroom or something.
And you see them in the hall.
Right. What will you do?
I'll look the other way. I don't
You will
know.
look the other way?
I will try to.
Yes.
What
if they say hello to you? Will you not say hello back?
Well, I'm afraid anything I might say would be ribbing them.
Right.
You
yes.
see, I'm famous for doing things like this around
How
the
should he
office.
handle it?
So I'm really good at it.
I'm going to get some hints from Robin. I want to hear
it. Robin's turned off.
Robin
a lot
has
of
cut
people.
off. I remember her cutting off John for a while. I gotta see how you do that.
What is it, Gary?
I just have one small request because I know there's a lot of clips to play, and I wasn't sure if you were going to finish it. But if you play one more, play the last one, number 9. This is how the show ended. This is the last 2 minutes of the show. All
right.
Stand up. It's about everything on the show. We're constantly being berated by him. So after a while, it festers in you, and I blew up
And
today.
I'm not constantly being berated by you through like dumb song parodies or bits or stupid shit like that.
Yeah, but to me, that there's a little bit more talent behind that. With being creative, you're just doing underhand jabs like my kids die of AIDS and you're a queer. There's nothing there. I mean, there's no substance.
You're
to
the
that.
man who wrote the line, I hope your father falls off a ladder.
You have to make it interesting. If I wrote something lame, it wouldn't be on the air. I mean, you're talking about it now because it's controversial. You
So
have
what
to make
I
it
do
interesting.
doesn't take talent talking on the mic
It
all
does,
day?
of course it does. But I'm saying that we constantly feel like you jab you constantly jab.
Then guess what? I'm not going to stop doing it. So I don't want to talk to you anymore. I don't like the two of you.
Fine. Well, I said I blew up, and I blew up. I'm moving on. There's nothing I could do about
Well,
it.
good. So that's it. I don't want to talk to you guys anymore. I really don't like you guys. I really don't.
So I guess lunch is out.
I think Richard's bummed out because he
Fuck him. I don't give a fuck. He's the one who started. He's the one who talks behind my back.
No,
He's the
I
one who
don't.
says I'm a
Jason
backstabbing
didn't
jerk
come
off.
up with any
No, but I
examples of that.
agree with Jason. You know you say that shit. I could tell the way you act. So don't ask me for more advice or about, I'm not going to tell anyone else at Rescue Me that you're available for a job. And don't talk to me about your goofy acting. God, I would love to see you act doing something in that acting class.
Your acting
It's probably so bad.
Your acting's
But guess what? I passed auditions. I got hired. I got what leg do you have
got
to stand
hired
on with
so
that?
you can
How does
flap
that-
your fat lips on the show and plug it.
All right.
And it was disgusting to call
Even
yourself
with the show-
Artie Lange from Rescue Me on Letterman after all the fucking things Howard did for you. That was awful too.
What do they call you
Show
on-
up. Don't talk to me, Artie.
What do they
Don't
call
talk to me,
you on
Artie.
Letterman?
You're not talking to me.
What do they call you
Don't
on
talk to me.
What do they call you on Letterman, Sal?
They call me Sal Governale. Somebody who works for the Howard Stern Show and is proud of it.
That's not me. Really, Sal, go fuck yourself. I never want to see you again.
Well, lose 200
Stay in your
pounds.
little smelly
It's-
hole.
it's impossible when you're 300
Stay
pounds.
in your
People in
little
Japan can
smelly
see you.
fucking hole.
Thank you for the wrap-up.
Go put on some more makeup, you raccoon.
Hour 100, hour 100.
Howard, you have to understand, when Artie's going, stay in
I
your
didn't know
fucking...
you didn't like Gina Gershon.
You know what I
learned
like?
that.
John Hine calmly going, Howard 100, Howard 101.
When Artie's going,
Professional.
stay in your fucking hole, Sal's at the door, still yelling like it was so real.
Yeah.
Well,
And
of course
Sal's
it's
yelling,
real.
fuck you, and Artie's going, go in your fucking hole.
Look,
Did this,
sometimes you interact with people you don't like. I don't like those guys.
Did this screw up your diet yesterday? Did you manage to? Were you so upset that you had to start
I thought
eating?
about that too.
You know what? No, I actually stayed on it.
Yeah, you just-
good.
Yeah.
You're going to show them.
That's the most right.
That's right. Good for you.
Doing it for them.
Wow. Well, actually, there was one or two more clips. I don't know if you want to
Wow,
hear them.
I mean, that was amazing.
Yeah, that was good stuff. I have one here called Sal and the Power of the Show.
Okay.
And then I have another one, Bob Levy on Who is a Comedian.
Oh, Bob Levy on Who is a Comedian.
Levy went to the mic. This is classic Levy.
All right.
Levy went to the mic, Howard, and the first 10 seconds, no one knew what he said.
All right, let's hear it.
Bob, you work with both these guys on the road.
Yes.
Where do you assess this? Is Sal not a comedian? Is Artie right?
This is not an argument about comedy, John. I'm not arguing about comedy.
He asked Bob a question.
Okay, Artie comes from like this from us that were comedians.
What? Jesus.
No, you know.
Oh, thank you, my mouthpiece. Thank you.
No, we're comedians. We started as comedians, and things led from there. Sal started on the show and was able to get into comedy from the show.
Was I doing comedy with you at open mics and going to your shows 2 years
Don't
before
go
Howard
open
hired me?
mics. A monkey could go an open mic,
But
you
it's
moron.
but it's paying your dues. It's working your stuff out.
Yeah, but you never paid your dues. You didn't come
didn't?
up the way you're supposed to.
How
come
did
up.
I not come up
The
the way-
open mics never led to anything. You lighting Gary's teeth on fucking. I mean, that's what you're a fucking crazy caller that we gave a job to.
They don't just give a job to anybody, Artie.
Yeah, it was a contest. I mean, what the fuck?
I didn't win the contest. I was hired just like you.
How do you
didn't win the contest.
Hold on, guys. How do you answer the charge that Howard leveled against you guys today that it's similar to the way somebody won American Idol? That you're at that big level.
Yeah, Howard said it, not
But maybe
me.
you haven't earned it. And I'm not saying...
I don't care. I'm not looking for. I'm not looking to. I just want to do my job and have a little more respect for Artie.
And then just stay.
That's
You're
it.
not getting it now. Stay away from me.
All
Do
right,
your
fine.
job, and I'll do mine.
It's all rather sad, actually.
Yeah.
Really? I'm
Actually,
not sad at all.
Well, you
You're
know
happy.
what? I thought we had a happy little home here.
I did too.
I didn't know all this dissension was brewing under the surface.
When we came to Satellite, it seemed as if everyone was excited and loving one another, and now here we are.
It's a big rift.
2 years into the experiment, and things are worse than
A
ever.
chasm has opened.
A jism.
A jism. Somebody shot jizz into the chasm.
That's right. Chasm is filled with jism.
That's what happened.
I do have this clip called Sal and the Power of the Show. I haven't heard it.
I want to hear Sal's
sounds like
power
a-
of the show.
In fact,
Speech.
I would just replay this whole show, and then I could go home.
You don't even know what a middler is. You're a doofus. When's the last time Sal, before you got on the show, when's the last time you were at a club in Iowa on the road talking about middlers? You're
First
a
of all,
dickhead.
I'm not comparing my comedy to yours.
There's
I'm
no
saying-
comparison.
Exactly. If that's how you want to look at it, that's fine. What I was talking about is that
You're not a comedian.
when-
you want to
when-
be in that club. You go to the Comedy Cellar and try to like kiss everybody's ass to
I
get
do?
on stage.
Oh, whose ass have I kissed?
Everybody I've ever seen. Everybody
tell
you've
me.
ever come in
Tell me one
contact
ass I've
with.
kissed. I haven't kissed anybody's asses. I've
You're
worked
an
at bars.
embarrassment.
I've worked at open mics. I continue to do that stuff.
And you'd
I
still be
continue to
doing
work
it
my
if you
show.
weren't on this show.
But I am on this show, Artie. I made it on the show. And where would you be if Howard didn't hire you? You'd be dead in the gutter on a fucking heroin overdose. You
Well,
couldn't even hold
maybe
the
that's
jobs.
true. It's got nothing
You
to do
couldn't
with
even hold
comedy.
the jobs that you had because you were a fucking junkie. You're the fucking idiot and loser. At least I'm smart enough to hold myself together and keep my family together through tough times and not bail with drugs. So you're the fucking idiot.
I don't have any
So
fucking
fuck
kids.
You.
I don't have any kids or a
Yeah,
wife.
you never can.
And you're
Your
clearly
fucking,
you're keeping
your
it
testicles
together.
are fucking
You're keeping it
corroded with
together.
drugs. That's why you can't have kids. Your testicles are dried up like two fucking raisins with all the
How
heroin
do
and
you know
junk you
about
put
my
in
testicles?
it because you weren't confident enough to write good shit. Otherwise, you'd still be on Mad TV.
Write good shit. You're an idiot.
You write the sketches. You write the
Everything you're
pranks.
saying
You
is
do 'em.
dope. You're a
Oh yeah, I'm a
dope.
dope. I'm telling the truth. Sorkin
Somebody
hurts.
just called up with every once in a while the fans call in with a phony phone call and says just as funny
All
as the
right,
shit you
then,
do.
and you know what? And we applaud them, and we thank them, and we continue to tell them to send stuff in. We
Well,
love
maybe
the
one
fan
day they'll be
contributions.
taking your job if they'll
Maybe
work
they
for
will.
cheaper.
Maybe they will.
You're talentless.
Wow.
Well, there you go.
Are your testicles really dried up and you're
Yeah, I
not
don't
unable
know.
to have children? I didn't know that.
Are you shooting dust, Artie?
Well, here's the thing. They are, and I want to know how he knows that.
Well, let me
Sal
tell
some
you.
sort of doctor.
Do you guys want me to set up some sort of parameters in the halls and stuff? Like maybe I should have Sal and Richard come
No,
in?
I think we could be mature. I mean, look, if they want to come, I'm surprised
You're
they
not
haven't
going
come
to
in.
fight or anything.
Oh, no.
You're
I
not
might.
gonna-
Well, if I do, look, that's my swan song. To
No, we
the
don't want that. We don't want that. We don't want you having to make that decision or us having to make that decision about you.
Wow.
So I suggest that we get Keith Abelo in here
I don't know if he could solve
to
that.
work out
Who's
some
the
kind of group counseling session.
Who was the feud guy?
Oh, that other guy,
Croce.
that Croce guy.
Croce's head exploded when he
You
heard
might
that.
need both of them.
We'll hook up Abelo and Croce. Oh, and Sal and Richard, do you guys want to work out the parameters of your relationship with Artie?
Yeah, I can't believe they haven't come in here. Are they
Yeah.
afraid to come into the studio now?
Hey, JD. JD. We're not falling apart. We're not upset. We're simply working and moving on.
We're not mad.
We're not mad. We're
We're
not
over
falling
it.
apart. We're working and moving on.
Is that how we're going to be affected?
I don't know.
Is that the punishment?
Where are the boys?
They've got a spokesperson.
Oh, here's JD. Yeah, what's up?
I am the spokesperson.
Go ahead.
They said they are fine.
They're fine what? I want to work out the parameters.
They're fine. Why aren't
They just said they are fine.
I'm telling you, we need somebody to psychologically counsel the two of them. They're going
Wait
crazy
a
on
minute.
their own.
Did they really just send JD in here?
Yes, they did.
That is so pussy.
Come on.
I tell you, they're losing it back there.
I might be back with.
I won't
comment.
take any jabs, guys. I won't take any
They
jabs.
must be afraid of you.
Yeah, they obviously are hurt.
I won't take any jabs, guys. Come on.
You babies, get in here.
Wow, Artie took a jab at me. Artie took a jab at me, Jason. Did you hear that?
I just
What
got
are you, girls?
Oh, Artie talked behind my back. I think he's two-faced.
I just got a note here. JD is a horrible spokesperson. That's not what they said.
Oh,
and
then
they
come
say
in and speak for yourself.
they say they are too busy working to come in here.
Oh, what bullshit.
Sure.
What bullshit.
All right. Well,
Is that how they're going to treat this?
evidently.
You have requested their presence.
Yeah, you're right. Exactly. What the fuck is going on here?
JD,
Hey, good morning.
go in and tell him I'm working on the Larry King audiobook.
And I'm working on Gary the Retard, know your knowledge of the show game.
Knowledge of the show.
Yep.
The spokesperson is back.
Oh, JD, the spokesperson for Sal and Richard.
Roy Cohn is back.
Just to let you know what they are working on.
Why would you pick JD as a spokesperson? He's the least articulate.
I think I was just walking through the hallways and.
Yeah, you're the only one who would come in for that. But but go ahead. What's going on?
Richard is working on a Larry King audiobook.
Great.
And Sal's working on a Gary the Retard knowledge of the show game.
Is that their way of showing me that they're doing
They're
good
very busy.
I mean, they're being immature.
Yes, they are.
Richard was really bummed out yesterday that the fight happened on Halloween. He didn't want to ruin the holiday.
Yeah, his whole Halloween day.
Like that's his whole
favorite
big day.
Yeah.
He kind of ruined his day.
Was he upset that I said he came dressed up as a shitty writer?
He took offense to that, yes. I don't mind telling you. Well, I love you all. And
I can't
hope,
believe they won't come in here.
and I appreciate everyone's contribution to the show, and I hope that you guys work this out. I mean,
know you do. It's a shame that you have to hear this.
it's very upsetting to me.
I guess there need to be parameters because they obviously aren't coming into the studio if Artie's in it.
What? Yeah, I mean, guys, seriously, I won't say anything nasty or something. Or what's the matter?
I don't know. I'm a little disappointed.
I mean, they're actually turning down airtime.
We want an ISDN line in our office. I'm not kidding. That's the next one.
Why does everybody come in on the wrap-up show, but they won't come in on my show?
Yeah.
Here's JD.
They gotta be kidding me.
They gotta stop.
I mean, talk about passive aggressive. This is their way of saying, "Look, Art, enough of your silliness. We're getting back to writing."
Yes, JD.
They want an ISDN line in our office.
See, they can't come in here. They're afraid.
They're afraid to be in a room with Artie?
Yeah.
Boy, that's a pussy move. I never thought I thought those guys were fearless. I guess I had it wrong.
Yeah, I thought they were too.
Yeah, that's a little shocking to me. I thought they were fearless.
They want an ISDN line in their office.
Well, then you clearly won the argument. If they're
Yeah.
afraid to come near you, you're like an angry bear.
Listen,
who defeated them?
I mean, you know,
They don't want to tangle with the bear again.
You clearly won. You've intimidated them right out of the studio, and they love being
And you know how they love airtime.
I mean, it's like winning an argument with a couple of chimps.
Tell him we're not mad. We're just busy.
Yeah, we're not bad. We're just busy. Say we're not looking for Fox. We're not looking for Fox contracts to leave the show. we're working here.
Here's JD.
Back again?
Their spokesperson.
They say they're not mad, they're not busy, and they're not looking for
busy.
Fox contracts to leave the show.
They said they're not mad and they're not busy.
They're not bad. They're busy.
They're not bad.
No.
They're busy.
This is the spokesperson.
Where are they, JD?
They're not mad. They're not busy.
They're not mad. They're busy, and they are not looking for Fox contracts to leave the show.
Fox contracts.
Oh, because I had a Fox contract. I got news. I got news. No one's offering it.
Oh.
Hook Nose Mike, you're on the air.
Hey, good morning, Howard. Hook Nose, you bastard. What's happening, brother?
Yes.
And listen, I just wanted to say, why aren't those two little pussy faggots getting in the fucking studio? Why are they hiding? Howard, you're their boss, bro.
No, I mean, if they don't want to come in, they don't have to, but it is a pussy move.
But my point is this the way the show is going to be now? We never see Sal and Richard. They never appear in the studio.
It's up to them.
JD, Richard would like you to read an email that Howard skipped over.
And this JD thing, this is really.
And now they're sending him with written notes. I mean, it's
what do you
ridiculous.
want?
They said they are not attention whores, and they also have a couple emails that you ended up skipping over that they won't read.
My goodness.
I skipped over many pro Artie ones and many pro Sal and Rich. I can't read every email. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Sal always sent them all anyway.
Right. Thank you. Thank you, Hook Nose.
All right.
Should I not read these?
No, I mean.
If they want to read it, they should read it.
They can come in and read it. That'd be fine.
They're now sending you in to tell Howard how to do the show?
Wait a minute. I got to hear JD read
want these read.
You want to hear JD read?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. All right, you can read.
Read anything.
Email number 1. Artie is an asshole. Listening to him on the wrap-up show makes me realize what a piece of shit he is. He cannot hide behind personal problems or addiction anymore. He has shown his true self on the wrap-up show now. He has some respectable comedy experience, but that doesn't give him license to beat up very funny people like Richard and Sal when all they are trying to do is gain some experience themselves. Artie could leave the show and I wouldn't care. In fact, I hope he does as long as Jackie doesn't replace him. He sucks too. I listen and pay because of Howard and the comedy of Richard and Sal. By the way, Artie, Mad TV sucked when you were on it. I don't dislike you. I'm indifferent to you.
There you go, Artie. Well, you did get some negatives.
That did sound like that sounded like an 8th grader reading it.
Well, it was very
All right, thank you.
Hi, my name is JD.
All right, JD, thank you.
Sorry.
All right.
So Howard, you're just going to let these fucking guys not come in, huh? You're going to let them puss out?
What can we do? We're in here. We can't drag them in.
I can't force them to
I
come.
spoke to Richard Howard earlier, and I said, Richard, go in. And he goes, you know what, man? Going in just makes it worse. It was a mistake for us to do the wrap-up show. I should have never done it. It just makes it, we're getting chewed up, and it's just not worth it.
Well, then come in and say that.
Chewed up? Look, I just got chewed up in an email. It was better
I'll
that
tell you
JD
one
read
thing,
it than
man.
Howard.
I'll tell you one thing, Artie. I'm going to say this to you, and I mean this. I'm not taking any kind of sides here, but I got to tell you something. You're a man, and they're two pussies.
That's right.
You're willing to sit here.
You're willing to face them.
Face it. But I have to say, you win this round because you showed up. And you said, hey, you just took a knock of the email. I didn't see you fall apart. I didn't see you crying over it.
Right. We all take knocks.
That's right.
You know what? Anytime there's fucking any other controversy going on in the studio, they're the first guys to run in there with their fucking dick swinging. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Literally,
Now it's time to fucking sit down and, stand up and be a fucking man and do what you got to do. Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Man, baby. All right,
thank you, Hook Nose.
And the radio that could be created, from us arguing again, I'm sure is way better than the fucking game you're working on.
This is really unmanly.
This severely
This
severely cuts into their participation and the contribution to the show.
That's right.
Fucking faggot! The Iron Sheik is my spokesman. Fuck you! That'd be funny if I just send
a spokesman.
Send the Iron Sheik back to them.
That would be funny.
Fucking faggot! You're gay and faggot! I have message from Artie.
We got to get the Iron Sheik in
piece
here.
of shit!
JD,
and the contribution to the show.
tell him we know that they're baiting us to come in by saying that Artie won the fight.
Right. Yes.
They know you are you're trying to bait them.
I'm not trying to bait anyone. I'm telling the truth. I'm going to tell you what they come off like, and I know everyone in the audience is thinking it because I'm thinking it.
Oh, they think Howard's bullshitting right now?
I don't know. They just
I tap in pretty good to the audience. I'm telling you, they look like two maggots sending you in here like you're their mommy. and they're hiding behind your skirt. And Artie's just sitting here saying, "Hey, man, all I wanted to ask him was, what are you going to do if you see Artie in the halls?
Yeah.
And how's this all going to work?" That's it. The argument was over already. It's a puss move. They're afraid of Artie.
This is bullshit.
It shows their fears, and it shows that they're scared.
Did they spend all night on the internet typing to each other about what a big mistake they made?
I am Sal. man.
They've been intimidated by Artie. They have.
They were talking to other SFM people. Hey, Artie's black bloated liver. Weren't we right?
Yeah, I would bet 99% of the people on Stern Fan Network right now are writing that Artie wins and Sal and Richard are pussies.
That's right.
I really don't think those guys like me too much either. So
Well, I'm guarantee you've won over some fans here.
But he's being called back for another statement.
This is really unbelievable.
Over some fans.
JD! JD, come here!
He's being called back for another statement.
Hey, hold on.
This is really unbelievable.
Say, we just created a great bit by sending you into the show.
As our spokesperson.
That's what we do.
Right.
I would never send in a spokesperson to speak for me.
On this show? I've never seen this before.
I would never have a spokesperson.
It's like the Cold War. We're experiencing detente.
And if I was insane enough to have a spokesperson, it would never be JD.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, go ahead.
They just said they created a great bit by sending me in to be their spokesman.
Great.
That's what they do.
You eclipse them as performers, then. That's what they're saying.
So you're the bit.
I guess so.
Yeah, all right. Well, then don't come in.
And this is better than if they showed up themselves. Okay.
JD,
Yes.
you the new spokesperson for Richard and Sal?
I guess.
Why didn't they want to go in?
I don't know. Talk to them.
Are they afraid?
I don't know. Talk to them.
Are you more muscle than they are? You have more balls?
I don't know about that.
Sal,
Yeah.
how come you guys don't want to go in the studio?
There's nothing for us to go in for. What do we have to go in for?
But why are you sending JD in?
Because we're busy working.
I called Richard last night. I felt bad about it last night. Basically, the fight was going fine. I fanned the flames for the sake of fanning the flames, and while it added more humor, I hope, to the situation. You know, Richard's a really, really good friend of mine, and he's really bummed out right now. And you know, it just makes Artie feel worse. It makes Richard feel worse. It makes me feel worse. It's the sickness that is his office of people constantly feeling bad. But this was my fault, trying to man up and, you know, apologize and take responsibility for it. I feel really badly.
To tell you the truth, I think on the positive side of life. I think about all the fun I'm gonna have this weekend. I think about yesterday was Halloween. I got to go to the parade. Got to talk about growing up on the farm yesterday on the show. Got to dress like Ronnie for Halloween. That's what's on my mind. I block bad stuff out of my mind, and I cover it up with alcohol and horror movies and heavy metal and fun, and that's what's on my mind right now.
You're all about self-medication.
I'm all about it, and I'm gonna just work hard on my job, make funny bits for the show. I got a great job, and I'm gonna enjoy it.
All right, Richard.
And God bless America.
It's been a busy, wonderful week. Artie's at a war with Sal and Richard and High Pitch Mike.
Tell you, it's an official war. I think it's an official.
What has happened in the halls?
I've never. Well, they stay in their room, and I walk around, and they're not to be found. I've never been in a feud this serious before. I really haven't.
How do you feel? Do you feel like you want to make things better or fix everything up, or are you willing to have things be awkward?
I don't like it to be awkward, and part of me is starting to think, like, it's all fun and new now, but it might start affecting the show. Oh, well.
Oh, no. Here's a
Finally.
man who refused to come in up until now. It's Sal Governal.
Good morning, everybody.
Did you have a statement to make, or are you going to
Yes,
hide behind JD's skirt?
Oh, and Richard, too.
And Richard, too. Uh-oh, there's a statement coming out of Richard and Sal. This is a new development. Howard 100 News is rushing to the scene.
We're just doing this to avoid that awful wrap-up show. So. Anyway.
And we have Robin to thank for us. She gave us a nice talk earlier.
Yeah.
Here's
There was a meeting between you and Robin?
Yes.
Yes.
And at what point in the show did this occur?
At a commercial
About
break.
2 hours ago. Yeah.
Interesting.
I think this is a bad way to handle this. You know what? What's really interesting to me, remember when you guys first started working and we were in the halls of K-Rock?
Yeah.
And I said it was great to have you here because of the spirit
Yeah.
you brought to the place. And now I knew that everybody who worked on the show really loved working on the show.
Yeah.
And that we were one big happy family.
Yeah. Well,
What's happening?
We still love
You broke our
working there.
spirit.
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
So if we get some spirited people, we break them?
I don't know. If we're a family, how come, we're the outcasts, we're the creeps, we're the
No. I think you
Which
guys.
is fine.
You guys are isolating
Listen,
yourselves. I was thinking for the
Robin,
last
when you
couple of
make
weeks.
fun of us, there's a difference. You do it in the content of the show. The only thing that we came up with Artie is that when we don't rip Artie's ability as a comedian. We don't rip Artie's funniness. We don't rip you as a newscaster, or we don't rip you on your the intelligent things that you say. We'll make fun of, like, let's say your weight or meats and vegetables. We'll make fun of Artie's drug addiction if that's the topic. But every time we play a phony phone call, or every time we come in, it's don't ever have these guys on again. I'm sick of them. They're gay. They're not funny. Whenever we talk about stand-up comedy, we're hacks. It's like, it's the work that we provide that we have this spirit for. He crushes our spirit for our contribution.
But we're not saying.
That's where.
Why didn't you give that statement to your spokesperson?
Because I'm an idiot.
Yeah, you need to write. This is the
that's-
statement that
It's not-
JD
it's
should
not-
have come in and
I don't
said.
complain about raccoon eyes. I don't complain about the emotional friend, which
Right,
is funny.
right.
I don't
But
complain about
this is
Artie's
a
comedy.
valid
But when me and
argument.
Richard are breaking our ass every day, it's about our work. That's
All
what
right.
Bob. We
All right.
admire
We're not
Artie,
even saying for
and we
Artie to
admire
stop
your.
rapping.
Congratulations, Robin knows and nobody in the audience does.
But that's my point. I was like, at the very least, they could have
Robin's-
written this statement
Right.
for
Well,
JD.
now, Robin, now you can be our.
No. I think the JD bit is working. You really need to give him some notes and write them down so that he can come in and make your statements.
No,
These are
no
great.
notes.
And this is what you're depriving us of on the air.
And she agreed she would be our moderator for this, if you don't mind, Howard.
Why would I agree to that?
Well, no, just to make sure they get their statements out, because
All
I
right.
thought they had some
Okay.
interesting things to say.
All right, go
Okay.
ahead.
Here's my statement.
Thanks for waiting till 10:45 to do
Well,
this.
she came in and talked to us right before you did the Slash Cousin Brucey interview. You were so
right.
busy. We didn't want to interrupt.
Thing is, here it is with Artie in a nutshell. Artie knows how I feel about him, and I know how Artie feels about me, and we do have a good relationship. What bothered me is me and Richard are very passionate, as you know, and insecure about our work on the show. We go nuts over it. We drive Gary crazy. We drive you, Howard, crazy. And we don't mind any of the jokes, any of the ball breaking, any of the raccoon references, any of the emotional friend, which is, I've said a million times, is funny, and the roasts are great. What hurts us is that when Artie takes a jab at our work that we're passionate about the show, if he says that our jack and rods are redundant, if he calls us fifth graders, if he says any kid could do our prank calls, if he says we take an easy route by using cunt in calls, and he comes back and he says that Richard Christie is a hack comedian, we're just up and coming guys. And we respect and admire Artie, and we want to be a part of the family, and we would love his help. So I don't care about anything that you do, and I've laughed over everything you've done, and I applaud the ball breaking, but we are passionate about what we do for the Howard Stern Show, and that's where we feel we're being ribbed, and we're being kind of, jabbed at.
And we're not mad. We're not mad at Artie.
Well,
we just
I
get
have
hurt
to say
when
one
things
thing.
get said.
I listened to this, and this is a quote from you yesterday, Sal. I'll read it back to you.
I know, but see, what you're doing
You said
is
this.
Stern...
Wait a second
Right.
now. You said
Okay.
you're not mad, but let's find out.
Yesterday, okay.
You said the following, and I'm just reading from a transcript.
Right.
I'm not putting anything in your mouth. You said this to Artie's face.
It's gonna be brutal.
I know.
You were on those stupid fucking shows before Howard Stern. Nobody knew you.
Well, they were stupid.
You sucked on Mad TV. You sucked on the Norm Show. Beer League sucks shit. It's fucking terrible.
It's a lot of projects to suck in. Huh?
It was a flop. It was in 18 theaters and made $250,000 in America. I could
wish.
shit that out of my ass. For you to tell me about comedy and what people tell me off the air, you have no fucking clue what you're talking about.
Okay.
Now, that is a quote.
That's
So
my
don't
quote.
tell me
Yeah.
you weren't mad. That's not true.
Howard, I never said I wasn't mad. I was said it.
So compared to
Hold on,
the
can I
movies
finish?
you were in,
Robin,
grossed a lot
moderate
more
this.
than that.
Well, let us say this.
Let me finish.
What
Oh,
I talked about with them before was that all of the things they did yesterday only caused a big break. It didn't really express how they truly felt. It was lashing out in anger, and they really didn't say to you what they actually feel.
So what happened was with Artie taking those digs at what we do, our work, not other stuff, which we don't have a problem with, it festered in us. And we said, you know, we're not even going to deal with Artie anymore. We're not going to let him make fun of our calls and say they suck. Let him say all the shit he says about our work. And we'll just sit in the back and do the best that we can. And then it came to the breaking point when I came on the show and Artie said, you guys are glorified whack packers that won a contest. That was the straw that broke the camel's back. I was personally offended on from a work perspective, not a personal one. And the only angle I could take back at Artie was diminishing his work as a professional. That was the only angle. I wasn't going to go beneath the belt. That wasn't my intent. My intent was like, hey, you keep knocking me. I'm breaking my ass every day. I'm passionate about what I do. I love what I do. Where can I go? I could say, well, I think you sucked on Man TV and you sucked on Beer League. Is that true? No. But it was to a certain degree, maybe. But that was the angle.
What is this? What is
It's
this?
ridiculous,
no,
Sal. It's so
no,
phony.
it's not phony at all.
Yes, it is.
See, and no,
it's bullshit.
No, and that's the truth, and that's the.
But that's why we didn't come in earlier, because no matter what we say, we can't defend ourselves.
You said all that stuff before I mentioned that you won a contest. Yes, you did.
Tell me when.
The stuff Howard just read.
That's what I said yesterday.
Yeah,
I
and
did.
then I said you won a contest reacting to that.
Right, but I didn't say all that. No, when they brought the wrap-up show.
That is true, because on the next page,
of course it's
several pages later, Artie said that.
Okay, but there was several things that Artie said beforehand, which triggered me to say that. Artie, do you mean how... in anger, I spoke improperly. And when you get mad, you say things that you don't mean, and you try to hurt people like you did to me.
Well,
and
I try to hurt you. Does anybody else in this room feel that I constantly bash their phone calls?
I don't think you constantly bash their phone calls. I think they are super sensitive to your criticism. And so every time it does happen, it's like in neon to them. And they don't forget from the last time. It just gets heaped on and heaped on, so that they are suffering. Every time they do something and you go, that's 5th grade, or why do you guys have to do that? They're like, Artie hates our work.
No, but
shouldn't the compliments I give them make just as big an impact?
They don't hear that. You know when you're in a comedy club and you see the one guy not laughing and you focus on him and everyone. Okay.
Right,
and we're offended. We get offended if Howard, Robin, Fred, if anybody like rags on our work, we get offended by them too. But at the time, they were asking us about you, Artie. We're not focusing on you. Robin has said bad things about our stuff, too. Everybody has said bad things.
See, I own up to it. If I said it, it's okay.
The only problem I have with you guys is a lot of the gay stuff, but your phony phone call stuff is great.
Yeah,
thank you.
That's awesome.
But Howard,
I like the gay stuff.
Right, I was going to say Howard likes the gay stuff.
What does it matter what I think?
It matters because
But what do you care as long as I keep you employed?
Exactly.
Because
I like what you're doing.
Yeah, but you know what? We respect and love Artie just as much because he is a funny figure on the show. There's no denying it. And Artie does come to us off the air, so we do get mixed signals.
But that's what I couldn't understand how you could be so vicious to Artie. And it's not only off the air. Artie has tried to be an advisor to you.
Right.
He's taken you under his wing.
Yep.
He's told you how he thinks you could extend your career beyond this show. He's been your advocate. How could you be attacking him?
Because lately, within the past month, I don't know what it is like when Artie no longer returns phone calls. I know Artie's going through a lot, and I'm not putting the blame on Artie.
Oh, you're calling him?
No.
You're bothering him.
No, probably. But Artie's in his own world. He's got his own issues, and I hope they work out. But, like, we just feel like there's no communication, and the only time me and Richard hear something like Howard said, like the guy in the comedy club, we just hear the negatives. And we got to a point where Look, we'll just let Artie be, and and we were convinced that you just don't like us at all. And
I don't.
You guys are very paranoid back there, and maybe I should separate the two of you.
Right, because you're feeding
I think
each
the two
other.
of you are sitting back there day in and day out, and both of you, I don't think between the two of you have an IQ point higher than 90. I think you're sitting there and feeding each other a bunch of stuff. You're getting paranoid.
But that's not
no more
true.
Don't talk to each other anymore.
All we talk about is
so much weeing and all of you.
But in other words, guys, you see what you're doing here is a very bad thing for the show. In other words, now you're forcing me to censor myself in my head.
Not at all.
Yes, you are, Sal. Like now I got to figure out what is going to offend you and what isn't going to offend you.
Nothing offends
And that's
me.
not.
But
Sal, clearly something offends you. That's why you're here.
Everything offends you.
Artie, I was
nothing offends me.
Yes.
Sal, that's not how the show operates.
Sal, you're the guy who got on the show by goofing relentlessly on Baba Booey. And
they were goofs. But when if you ever hear me talk about Gary as a producer, I'm the first guy to say that
he's horrible.
I say he's a great producer. I only say that once in a while to get under his skin.
You say once in a while, Gary's a horrible producer to get under his skin.
Right.
So accept that from Artie.
I can.
Sal, you've called me a shitty producer so many times I can't even count it.
All right, but have I called you a great producer?
No.
When asked who
has Artie called you a great comedy guy?
Yeah, from time
and
to time.
has Artie called you a shitty comedy guy?
Yeah.
She does the same thing you do.
I know.
Go back there and suck it up.
But listen,
that's my point. The point
Get
that
over it, man. Get over it.
The point that I'm trying to make is that we respect and admire Artie, and we're passionate about our work, and that's why we were mad.
I told you do good work. That's all that matters.
But listen to this. Like everybody,
you worrying about what Artie thinks.
We do this. What we did
exactly. I mean, I agree with
us. Getting up, us getting upset at what Artie said. Everybody's had that happen to them on this show. Artie's got upset at you for setting him up with that bit when you brought the girl in that liked faggot.
Okay,
Robin
but
got
did
upset.
I give Howard some sort of edict about not?
And we're not giving you an edict.
Yes, you are.
No.
Yes, you are.
No.
You're telling me there's certain things you don't want me to say.
No, we're not saying that. We're just saying we get irked when you say it, but keep saying it. We'll deal with it.
Sal, you
clearly can't deal with it.
Sal, wait a second. Sal, you don't want him to keep saying it, do you?
No, I've come to the point where I just have to. That's it.
So you're going to be allowed to say about Gary, he's a shitty producer, and Time say he's a good producer, and call him a monkey and everything else.
And me and Heroin Addict, and write lines for I've been spiked that my father falls off a roof, and that's all fine, okay?
You're going to be able to do
you want me to start censoring you, motherfuckers?
But the point, no, not at all. And you know what?
So fuck off.
That's fine. I could deal with that.
Artie
But
didn't
at
say
least
anything to you about writing about his father falling off the roof. I thought it was a little wild.
No.
Here, let me.
Why is that okay?
I sit back and I take it. I take it.
Because it fell within the content of the show. High Pitch Mike and him had a feud. High Pitch Mike came to me, and me and
Why
Richard
is it
composed
okay
the
for you
song.
to Gary? Why is it okay for you to call Gary a shitty producer? That's
to break his
work.
balls. But
so is
we
it fair
think
to break your balls?
Yes.
So then why are you telling him you don't like it?
Why does Artie do the emotional friend while I'm crying on the couch?
Because it's funny.
Right, and that's why we do what we do.
But then why are you now on the air
I'm not the one right. I'm not the one instigating
we're not
this.
talking about that. What I'm trying to say is that when it's within the content of the show, when you're discussing Artie's drug addiction, when you're discussing his way, when you're discussing,
during the
hold
show.
on, when
What
you're
do I
discussing,
crowbar it in?
No, when you're discussing issues with me and issues with Richard, we have no problem. I don't have a problem.
You
with
have a problem.
Makeup,
You know what your problem is.
raccoon,
Your problem,
emotional friend that you
said
came on to.
you
I have no
said
problem.
your problem.
Gary danced
Wait a
around me with a.
second.
Wait, let me tell you.
You know what your problem is.
I've never complained about any of that.
Your problem is when Artie says that you're a shitty comedian.
Yes.
But you say
because that's
Gary's
my
a shitty
personal work.
producer.
But it's
How
not,
is that different?
It's not a comedian. I know I am green at comedy. I've admitted it.
So
I'm
then
talking
what's the
about
problem?
I'm talking about the work that me and Richard
So
composed for the show.
So what does Gary do for the show?
Yeah, but it's different.
Why?
I don't know. I can't
Why
put
is
my
it
finger on
different?
it.
You mean your work for the show is different than Gary's work for the show? In other words, when you say Gary's a shitty producer, isn't that the same as Artie saying you guys are shitty, phony phone callers?
Yeah, but you could see. But
first of all,
you could
that's
see
not
past
what
that.
I'm saying.
What do you mean? I can't see past that?
You can see the difference in that.
I'm playing your call.
I know, but
I don't see a difference in that at all.
Can I say something?
You got to suck it up.
We're not talking about that. We're talking about Artie. We feel that Artie jabs a lot of our hard work.
Artie jabs your hard work, and you jab Gary's hard work.
But let me say this. But let me say
wait, don't nod your head. You don't know that you jab Gary's hard work?
I make fun of him. It's a goof. It's a joke.
It's a goof when
We
you
all
do
jab
it.
each other's hard
we
work.
think We think that Artie's being
because
sincere
you're
in his head.
paranoid.
Right.
I mean, Gary's healthy. Everyone here's healthy, but you're not.
Right.
So then get healthy. Go see a psychiatrist.
Well, that's what I said. The opening of my statement was it's because of our insecurity and our paranoia that we got upset
You don't
with
think I have
Artie.
insecurities about comedy? Every performer on earth has
Everybody here has
We do.
insecurities.
We think that.
I want to run something by Sal because this is one of those things that I thought was, maybe humor in your mind, but not to me. The week you were in for Get John's Job, right? Howard and I had some incident. There wasn't a piece of paper in front of him, a cart that he needed or whatever. And we got into a fight and everything and, like a real thing. And you walked in and you go, here's the problem, Howard. Gary's a horrible producer.
Right.
And you know what? I wasn't finding humor in that. I dealt with it. I wouldn't even know if I'm going to have to deal with you forever.
It was funny.
It was
Me
funny
too.
to them, and I
So,
took
Sal,
it.
it's funny when Artie busts your balls.
It is. It's great. Like emotional
So
friend.
stop whining about it.
No,
Not
no.
emotional friend. Don't
We're
confuse
saying
it.
anytime he breaks your balls.
Okay,
if he's breaking your balls about your work,
See, but
I
now
know it hurts.
now I have to edit myself in my head.
No, don't edit.
We just thought that you hated us and hated everything that we did.
Well,
we've got to the.
Don't edit yourself. All we're saying is when you say it, it hurts, but we'll deal with it.
No, you're not dealing with it.
We are. You guys asked. No, we are. The reason that all this came up is because people are putting up notes saying these guys are back there freaking out. Maybe once every 2 weeks we get mad at something that Artie says.
That's pretty often.
I'm saying maybe that much, but we're not back there stewing.
I'm thinking back to when this started, probably. The time I pointed out that maybe some of the phone calls always had that theme of interrupting.
And let me say this, that turned into a funny bit. It hurt a little bit at the beginning that you said that, but it turned into a funny bit and we dealt with it. So don't censor yourself. You can rag on our stuff every day, but there's no way.
Howard,
being a human,
Richard's giving me permission.
Yes.
So he's giving me permission not to censor myself.
Right.
Exactly. You think I'm waiting for that permission from you? You dope.
No, but I don't want you to think that we want you to not talk about us.
But the problem is, if I continue doing whatever it is I'm doing, once every 2 weeks, you'll have a pussy powwow, and I'll fucking.
You're here to encourage Artie to keep ragging on you. Is that what you're saying?
I'm
Sal,
saying,
that's what you're saying.
That's fine.
And you're done. Now get out of here.
One thing. Our defense is we're human. We're not made of steel. It hurts a little bit, and that's all we're saying.
It hurts all of us. Do you think it's funny? You think I get a laugh out of high-pitched Mike saying "follow your dad" and fall off a roof?
I know, but when you say on the air that you're pissed about that, that's all we're saying. That we're human, just like you guys, and we get hurt.
Okay, so stop making those jokes about my father. Stop making the jokes about Aaron.
But we're not telling you to stop.
I'm not a fag. I don't care about that.
Wait a minute, hold it. I don't want this to end before we determine, are you going to barricade yourself in your little studio?
No.
Or will we have some freedom of movement around in the office again?
I never gave up my freedom.
Here's my
they've been closeted for a couple of weeks
I tell you,
now.
I like them.
They've been closeted their whole life.
Hey, Howard, let me ask you a question. In the history of the show, with 24 years, right, for all the shit that you ever said about me, have I ever come to you and told you not to do something or told you that it hurt me? You just fucking man up.
But this all
Everybody
started.
in the office knows how you feel, so clearly you're telling someone.
Right.
No, but we're not coming to Artie and saying, hey, stop talking about it.
You're going to other people.
We didn't go
behind
to
my back.
No, we're not.
Richard,
and
In all fairness to these guys,
talked behind your back.
Jason revealed that. They didn't.
Okay, but
Everybody else knew how they felt, Howard. I'm telling you, we all knew. Right. Jason repeated verbatim, but we all knew this was going on.
The fact is, I'm weirded out by you having a discussion about me on any level.
We're not having discussions. I don't talk behind your back. Jason came in and said it.
Jason made that up.
No, he said he was bringing up when I was mad about you ragging on me at the roast. But that's something I talked about on the air.
I am clear now on this.
I'm not.
I hope that. Well, see, there's still some feelings out there.
They'll have to be ironed out. They'll have to be ironed out later.
That was all very destructive.
All right.
But
I understand what's going on now. The boys are saying they are hurt. They're human. But the fact of the matter is, they recognize it's this Howard Stern show.
We
They've
need
got
somebody who speaks stupid because I can't interpret what they're saying.
I'm interpreting. I speak stupid.
Well, let me make it clear. I'm not mad at Artie. I won't stay mad at Artie. I'm not an angry guy. I love everybody on this show. I love my job, and I'm going to continue to have fun and have the greatest job in the world.
And continue not to do
coming up with those great
right,
ideas.
Don't do drugs and ruin your creativity.
I'm not going to do acid and ruin my ideas.
If you make another statement like that, I will promise you not to goof on it.
Keep goofing, Artie.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine?
My final statement is, Artie, I hope you accept my apology for going overboard in a state of anger. I didn't mean it, and you can certainly do what you want. And I'm glad that you made us aware that they are just jokes and we are overly sensitive. So I apologize.
And how is Beer League?
Beer League's okay. I'm being honest. I mean, that doesn't mean anything. I mean, it's my opinion. It's okay.
That's right. Okay.
And I did wish Artie success on that. I'm glad
God,
you had that
I can't
successful
wait
moment.
to see the movie you make.
I made Robin's Meat and Vegetables.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, I got a standing ovation and people applauded the whole time at the theater.
You're a dope.
That was funny, Artie.
You're
I'll
comparing that to my movie. You're an idiot.
No, it was better. Meat and Vegetables was better. It's not a comparison.
I really don't like you. I hate your guts.
All right, thank you.
I love you, Artie.
No, you're a
and I wish
fucking
you the
jerk.
best.
You're a phony faggot.
Because I compared Robin's Meat and Vegetables to
No,
Beer League?
just because everything about you's phony. You're a
Okay,
dummy.
I'm phony.
You're a dummy.
See?
I don't like the two of you. Stay away from me.
Robin, I thought you came to us to come in because it's going to be better.
This show's about honesty. I don't like either one
I'm
of you.
being honest. I said it's okay. Beer League's okay. I'm being honest.
Nobody cares about your
if
opinion.
I was a two-face, I'd say Beer League was good.
But nobody cares about your opinion, Sal. I don't care about.
I'm making my final statement.
He
to
asked you as a joke.
I love you.
I hate your guts.
Is there anything we can say, Artie?
No, I don't like you guys. I'm honest. I'm not like you guys. I really don't like you.
Why don't
There's
you?
people I don't like in life, and you're two of them.
Has it always been like that, or just now?
Well, I mean, no, the last couple of days. No, of course not. The last couple of days, I've seen you for the fucking serpent pussy homos that you are. Go have another pussy powwow about it. Artie jabs at us. We don't think he's not kidding, you fucking fags.
Hey, what about when you got mad at Howard? You've gotten mad at Howard.
And then I went to him and said, "Listen, you know, I got to go on the wrap-up show and bitch about you for an hour and a half." And then,
well, you did. You complained about it on the wrap-up show the day that he brought the chicken for you.
You don't see what's different about this, you idiot.
No.
It's like talking to an idiot.
It's not. It's not different. It's something that Howard did that upset you, and you've talked about it on the air.
Howard acted this. Me and Howard acted the way you two are acting right now.
You know what I'll do, Artie? This weekend I will rewatch Beer League.
I never
and
want to
give it a second. I promise you.
Sal,
I'll
let me
give
tell
it a
you
second
something,
chance.
Sal.
I'll have some beer.
Sal, I want to tell you something. I don't like you on any level.
Okay,
and
but
I don't
I
care
will
what you
try
think.
to make an
I don't
attempt.
care what you think about Beer League.
Jeez.
I really don't. I really
Well,
don't.
the
You're
people
a dummy.
who pay tickets
No,
do
yeah,
to see it.
A lot of them say they like it. Maybe
they
they're
care.
lying. Maybe they're lying.
I don't know.
Jesus.
I will. I will make a
Sal, you
sincere
will
attempt.
never.
I saw it in the
Sal, if
theater.
it wasn't for
Nice
this show,
job, Robin.
Sal, you will
Not
never
how I
work
envisioned
in
it
this
going.
business ever
Right.
again after the show. Ever again.
But you know what?
Because you're a nothing.
But I'm
you're
on
a
this show.
nothingness.
But this is
yeah,
my.
but this show's
is
going to
my-
go away, and you'll be a
that's
homeless
fine.
asswipe.
Well, I'll be that. I can deal with that.
You suck.
So, Artie, do I still get the Chelsea hotel room?
No, I'm sick of giving you guys handouts too.
Artie, you
Fuck
want
off.
your Beer League DVD back?
No, Sal, I don't like you.
I know you made that very clear. But
I don't like you at all. No, I
and
don't
you
give a
call
fuck.
us dopes. Hold on, you just call us
and
dopes and idiots for fun.
if you come to me outside with this bullshit, I'm going to drop you, and then I'm
Why?
going to fucking punch you in the face.
What? What?
Oh my
No,
God!
whoa,
What are you doing,
All right,
Artie?
let's end this now.
That's enough. What happened? I missed it.
Maybe you should go.
Artie just nailed Sal with
What are
something.
you doing? Artie.
Artie,
what
why
are
would
you
you do that?
Oh, what are you doing?
Go
What is that?
now. Go.
But-
Go.
Hey, Artie,
Go.
easy.
Jesus.
Sal. Holy cow. I feel bad for the guy. I mean, is it me? Did I go overboard?
No,
I did nothing.
Know what it was that set him off.
I said I'll rewatch Beer League with a case of beer, and he went crazy.
What are you doing? All right. Artie, what are you doing? What did you just do? I missed it. I'm here drawing pictures. Wow. What just happened?
I'm being real.
Did you throw some at him?
Yeah.
Why are you doing that? You, come
'Cause
on,
I don't,
man.
Sal, I mean,
that's
Howard,
not
He
cool.
wanted him to shut up.
Howard, you know what? I don't care, man.
Yeah, but that's not cool, Art.
I don't care. Then fire me.
You want
Then
to be
fire me.
fired? Why do you have to? Why is it? What just happened? You all right? You want to go sit down?
He's sitting.
What just happened? What just happened?
I'm telling you,
I
I'm
missed
dropping
it.
him if I see him.
No, you're
All right.
not dropping him.
Then
Artie,
well, it's my life.
stop
I'll
it.
make my own decision.
Artie.
Sal was being a jerk again. So let's leave it at that. I thought he could control
He
himself
can't- he
and
cannot-
just talk about how he feels.
He does not play well with others.
But he just couldn't do that. No.
What set you off right there? I didn't. I missed it.
I just can't. He's just a phony asswipe. I can't deal with him. I don't like phony people like that. It's gross. I can't be around them. I really can't. So fuck it. You want me to leave? I'll leave.
Nobody wants you to leave.
I don't want you to leave. I wasn't expecting you to leave. Do
We
you
hired a
do you want to
stalker.
leave?
We hired a stalker.
What are you saying?
We
You-
gave a stalker security
Clearance.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
What happened? I missed it.
I threw two things at Sal.
What did you throw?
I threw a CD and I don't know. Whatever.
CD.
I couldn't see what the
What
other
are you,
one
odd
was.
job?
The other thing was like kind of cubic.
Yeah, I couldn't see
Let me
it.
see the evidence.
It was a good shot, though.
I got a good arm.
That's what it was.
You threw xylene?
I don't know. I picked up whatever I could get.
CD.
A CD.
What's the xylene?
I don't know. It's a box.
Oh, God, I can't take
Fortunately, he threw something that wouldn't hurt him. But it could have been something
the
worse.
CD could got him in the eye.
Wow. You were really keeping it real. I mean, what's going on here?
I mean, I don't know. I probably don't belong in this business. I never have. It always ends bad for me. I don't like a lot of people, and he's one of them.
You do like him, I feel.
I don't like
I
him.
think this is just a thing that's going on
I don't
right
like
now.
him.
I didn't know you were taking this so seriously.
Well,
Yeah, I thought Artie was doing better with this than they were.
I did too, but he's not.
it's enough of him.
I'm putting an end to this.
All right.
You two will get along.
All right.
Oh,
You're going to have to learn to live with each other.
No, they'll get along just fine.
Well, that's what, I mean, we're talking. You learn
No
to
more
live with each
discussion
other.
about this.
This is done.
Now it is done. Now I'm stepping in. This was fun up until now. It was fun up until now. Now it's getting real. Thanks, Robin.
You know what?
Robin went out and talked to them.
That is the end of my career
I
as a
have to say-
diplomat.
Yeah, you're no Theta 7.
Robin set it in motion, but Sal is like this defective toy. He
Let me
keeps
tell you
aiming
something.
back towards the wall. He can't help himself.
Well,
What I talked to them about in the studio back there when I went to had nothing. I was like, let's not even get into what you got into the other day because that was all set out of anger and it was stupid and it did nothing to help your position here. And when they told me how they really felt, I said, that's something you should say. They couldn't keep to that script.
Know what happened? You just quit the show again?
No. He said if you want to fire him, he'll go.
Why do I always have to fire?
Well,
Why can't
I'm
you-
sure human resources
do you
would do it.
Do you want to leave?
If Sal's bleeding,
Do
I'm
you
sure,
want to leave the show?
I'm sure I might be. I get fired. No, Howard, I don't want to do any of the stupid shit I've done in my life, but it happens. All right.
I'm going to settle
I'm
this right now. I'm going to listen to me. Would you mind? Listen to
it's
me.
no
Look
reflection
at me.
on
Look
you.
at me.
I love you. Maybe
Wait.
I'm not cut out for
Artie,
this shit.
Artie.
I should be loading trucks.
Artie, I'm going to bring Sal in here now, and I'm going to wire
Yeah,
this out.
bring him in.
I can't. You can't flip
sure?
out. You got to promise me you're not going to hit him.
Yeah. I'm not promising you nothing.
Well, then forget it.
Then that's not a
Then I'm
I
not
think we
bringing him
need
in.
to give this some time. See, he
What
came
is
in
it,
in a
JD?
better
He's not
position.
bleeding.
All right. I could settle this in 2 seconds. I could make things better. You want me to make it better? Or not? Do you want me to or not?
Yeah, good. All right.
All right. Sal, get in here now.
Oh, shit.
And and Artie, but promise me you're not going to hit him with anything. If you're going to do that, I can't bring him in. All right. Bring in Sal. I will settle this. I'm going to make things better. All right. Sal, are you okay, first of all?
I'm totally fine, and I understand Artie's anger.
All right. What just
No, you
happened? No, whoa, 1 second here.
Don't
Just give him
talk
a
to each
chance.
other.
Don't talk. Let me handle this. Why was he? I don't even know what just happened. What just happened? What set him off?
I said I was sorry, and then I teased him again about beer league.
Okay.
No, it's not about beer league.
Right.
Well, it's about your phoniness.
All right.
It's
Here's what I'm
about your
suggesting.
insane phoniness.
Here's
It's
what
not
I'm-
about beer league.
I don't, Artie. In Sal's defense, I don't
You're
think
so
it's
stupid.
Artie, in Sal's defense, I don't think it's phoniness. I think it's he doesn't understand how to speak.
Mhm.
All right? You hear what I'm saying? I think you're right in a sense when you call him stupid. He doesn't know how to patch things up. That's why he's having problems with his wife.
Well,
the man's under a lot of
neither
stress.
do I, clearly.
All right, well, wait a second.
I'm
I'm
not
going to
saying-
get to you in a minute.
I'm not
but I'm gonna
Mr.
tell you about Sal.
Sophisticated either,
Sal's a
obviously,
little bit
though.
retarded. I'm going to be honest with you. I happen to believe he might even be retarded.
Not even a little bit, but really straight on
And Sal, I
retarded.
mean that as a compliment.
Because you're
Now-
a high achieving.
You're a high achieving retard.
functioning.
Artie, I don't think the guy hates you at all.
I don't care if you hate.
No,
That's
let
it,
me- no,
Howard.
no, no,
We
no.
make it too big. I don't care about
I
it.
know you don't.
I just don't.
But I want to make it comfortable for you guys to work, and I'm just kidding
I'm
around.
comfortable. I
don't work with him. He don't work with me.
Okay.
Sal, here's the problem. You're rubbing the guy. You're digging him, and you're digging him, and you're digging him, and then he's going at you, and you're going back and forth at each other. I happen to know that you guys do like each other. I do know that. I know right now you don't, but up until a few days ago, Art, come on, I know you like the guy.
I've never liked him.
All right, you really never have liked him.
Never liked the guy. I thought he was a creep. When I said something about him on the air years ago, and our mutual friend Kamal said, "God, that guy Sal is crazy. He wants to kill you."
No.
And I was like, "Really?" He goes,
Really?
"Yeah, you better get on the phone." I
So you
never heard
really
a guy
never
so
liked him?
mad.
You never found anything-
And
is there
Kamal put me on the
anything-
phone with the guy, and when we hung up, I said, "Wow, that motherfucker's scary."
But
and
aside
now
from
I'm
sca-
working with him.
But let me ask you something. Is there anything you like about him?
No.
Honest to God, nothing.
I don't like the kid.
You really don't?
I don't like him.
Wow.
It's just you never met
Well,
somebody
you're
you just don't
doing
like.
just as well as I did, Howard.
You never met somebody you just don't like.
That's true.
I don't like the guy. There's a lot of people like that in my life.
And this is not hungry Artie saying this. This is.
No, it's not
I know you're in a
hungry.
bad mood. You haven't had any cake or sugar.
No, I'm not.
cupcakes.
Well, that's
various devil dogs.
That's aggravating, but
That is aggravating.
well, you know,
This is tough for you.
I'd like to eat.
All right. 33 past the hour. Sal. Okay, here's what I'm going to say.
Sal's crazy.
All right.
All right,
I
and-
like
and-
Sal, and I love you, and I love Sal.
I know you do.
I love all you guys that work
I'm
with
not
me.
asking you to choose any sides
okay.
at all.
I want to
would
tell you
never do
something.
that.
I love you all. Artie, you're interested in working here, right?
Yeah,
Are you?
I
Or
don't
you
know
hate
what I'm
it?
interested
Do you
in.
hate
I don't
it?
know what I'm
When you get
interested in.
depressed,
This
I
is
know
not
you
a
hate it.
time to ask him this
All right,
question.
all right.
I hate
Artie,
work.
I'll ask
I don't
you
like
something.
work.
You don't like work.
I
This
hate
is too
work.
much for you?
This is the greatest job ever, but I don't
Okay.
like jobs.
Me too. I'm with you.
Right.
But as far as the job goes, this isn't so bad compared
It's the
to
greatest job of all time. But I just don't like working.
All right, I'm with you.
I want to go somewhere and just be by myself.
Absolutely.
He's
Wouldn't
back
we
to
all?
Italy.
Wouldn't we all?
Doesn't have to be Italy. It could be.
All right.
It could be
Where-
the Italian section of the Bronx.
Who knows? Could be your new house. You could be hanging out there for
I
a
don't
while.
know.
It would
I
be
just.
very
I don't.
nice.
I don't.
Are you
this is-
envying Britney Spears' life at this point?
But you know, again, it's probably maybe it's not even Sal's problem. It's my problem. I have a history of. Look, I got.
You're doing
I
fine.
got arrested. You know, and I spent,
that was the past.
I-
You're
yeah, I don't-
doing
I don't-
much better.
I've never gotten the proper counseling.
All right, you're gonna get it one day. All right, listen. to me.
I don't. I'm not. I can't walk around halls in a big corporation for too long.
All right. I hear you. You're not a corporate guy.
No, I'm not enough. I'm not an anything guy.
All right, you're a guy who
wanna
has
grow
his.
a beard and eat.
Artie does what Artie's gonna do.
No,
Listen to me.
I'm not even saying that. I just don't.
You're not.
Maybe it's not Sal. Maybe it's probably me. What do you want me to tell you?
All right, maybe it is. So what I'm saying is, you two guys, listen to me. This will pass.
No.
Artie, trust me on this. All things change. I don't say you're going to love the guy. I'm not saying that. I'm saying feelings will change. These are very angry feelings right now. This is an open sore. And you know how sometimes open sores heal? This is going to change. What I would suggest is, two of you give the weekend to cool down. Come back here next week. Let's not even bring this up next week.
Okay.
Let's make a pact.
Yeah, sure.
All right? We're going to make a pact.
All right.
We're going to go back. We're going to do the show. We're almost going to pretend that none of this happened. Sure, we'll know in the back of our minds it happened. Sal, I apologize to you. Nobody should have anything thrown at them.
That's fine. I
My
understand.
fault. If someone should leave, it should be me.
No.
That's true. Artie's right.
I crossed the line.
That's right. He crossed the line.
I did what AJ did in a sense.
If you're willing
He didn't
to.
hit me.
All right. Okay. That
I
was
tried.
fortunate.
I was trying.
He tried to hit you, but
That's
his
all
arm
right.
isn't what it used to be.
But, you know, attempted murder is not murder, so.
You should be ashamed of yourself for missing. But all right, nevertheless.
Maybe you would have knocked some sense into
Let's go back to all of us hating Scott next week.
Yes,
all right? And then
that's much more
I never gave that
comfortable.
You never gave that up.
I never gave that.
No, here's what I'm suggesting. And next week, I say we give this a rest.
It definitely got out of hand, and
Right.
I apologize to the whole show.
Fair enough.
Look, I apologize too. I didn't mean to throw something at somebody,
understand,
but
I
you know,
understand.
I don't. It's not going to go away. This is not going to go.
I
away.
didn't say it was going to go away. I said we don't need to bring it up next week.
These two started this.
We
let's-
understand
We
that.
understand
Okay.
that. And I want to protect Artie.
Yep.
And I want to protect you guys.
All right. And if
I don't want Artie to come here and feel uncomfortable at work, and I don't want you guys feeling uncomfortable.
And he shouldn't. You're right.
That's right.
I don't even want to hear you say a word.
What I'm after, and in a sense, I take blame here too. I allowed this to go out on the air. I did. I was interested in this conflict. I didn't realize it was going to get this vicious. Sometimes I think it's a little bit of a put on, but this clearly was not one of those times.
No.
Like when Artie says, "Oh, I hate Sal," I almost still don't even believe it.
Right, absolutely.
But he's telling me, and he's looking me in the eye, and he's saying,
This
I
is
really
real.
hate this
Yeah,
guy. This is real. And I am at fault to both of you for not realizing how serious this is.
And I would take some blame in that too, because I did not realize it was that serious on Artie's part.
Right. I have been involved in many things on the air where I get worked up, but I do have a certain amount of, this is good for showbiz.
Right.
You see? Now, this has crossed the line. This has gone overboard. And I can't allow that. Now I'm seeing that I'm contributing if I allow this to go on.
And we don't want that.
Yeah. I am now taking this thing seriously. It's 11:18. I am taking this thing very seriously right now.
I think
I
I'm
really
supposed
am.
to be on the Adam Carolla show in 2 minutes.
Yeah, and I'm being serious about this. I really am taking it seriously. I see that Artie is deeply hurt. I shouldn't have let this go on. And I see you're deeply hurt. I apologize to both of you, if I may. Artie?
Not your fault.
No, it's my fault a little bit. I take a little bit of responsibility here. Very little, but I do take responsibility.
I'll take more because I started it up again.
Right.
The truth of the matter is, it's a very difficult situation because if I did what I tried to do, I'd be in handcuffs right now.
Right.
So you know.
All right, it's different. Listen, I know Robin.
A little bit of divine providence then.
I know Robin has gotten into arguments on the air, and I'm very sensitive to the fact that when the argument goes too long, it hurts her.
See, but in a way,
And I'm very sensitive.
Hold it. I survive everything.
No,
Hold
you
it.
do. And Artie will survive this, and Sal will survive this.
No, but in a way, I don't
But
trust.
do
I
need-
don't trust myself now because I crossed the line that I thought I would never cross. A line that,
shush.
Stop talking yourself out
Bob
of the job.
Levy threw a bottle of Gatorade at Ronnie. It's a throw, Artie. You didn't choke me. You didn't lunge at me. You threw something that
Couldn't
was
get around
light.
Benji.
That's magnanimous of you.
Even when I go through
And
my,
I
I'm
think-
not
And look,
talking.
and look up
hold
the
it.
word magnanimous.
Right.
You'll see that I'm
But
being
Howard, I
comfortable.
just have to interject here.
Yeah.
Even when I'm going through my I'm not talking to that person phase, there's a part of it that I love for the air.
Yeah, but I do back it off sometimes, and I'm telling you I'm doing
It's
that now.
not the point. The point
I'm just
is
telling you what I do. I'm
that
giving you my
I
responsibility in
survive.
this.
I
am telling you that I see here that this is some very raw nerve kind of thing.
You mind if I have a cigarette?
He doesn't ever back off on Fred. You never notice when Fred's getting really upset.
No, I don't really think about Fred. I'm
Can
not
I
aware of
smoke a
anything.
cigarette?
Go ahead, smoke a cigarette. Give us all cancer. Go ahead.
Me first.
Yeah. Sal, there's some genuine raw feelings here.
And I'm genuinely very, very, very sorry.
All right, and I am sorry to both of you. This should not continue.
And I
We're
wish I
done.
could
We're
take
done
this-
with it now.
Done.
Now we're
Sal,
done with it.
I'm sorry I threw something at
That's
you.
fine, Artie. I understand, and I get it, and I hope one day we can patch things up, and any way I can help, I will.
I shouldn't have
Very
thrown. I
nice.
shouldn't have
That's fine.
thrown anything.
Thank you,
at
Artie, and
anyone.
thank you,
I'm
Sal. And I
sorry
will
too,
be more
Artie, for
protective.
being a jerk to you.
All right.
Sorry.
Fair enough. All right.
He doesn't know what he's being to me.
All right. All right. He doesn't know, but he said something
He
very
can't
nice.
help himself.
He complimented you and left, and that was good.
I just hate that he thinks this is something about beer league. It's not about beer league.
Clearly, whatever it is about, it's enough. It's gone on far enough. I want to see you comfortable at work, and I want to see Sal comfortable at work. And it is my responsibility in this. And I am not doing my thing. I really didn't think it was that intense.
No,
And
I
it is.
I
It
mean,
is.
Howard,
It
I
is. I apologize to you.
No, I'm sorry, man.
Well, I'm sorry, too. You okay? Honestly, I know you're upset. Now you're upset. at me.
Look, what are you going to do? There's one of those times in life you got to move on. I'm upset at myself because, you know, you try to reach a certain level of sophistication in life. You think you get there.
You know what? I don't want you to think
and
about
you realize
this the
you're
rest of the day.
you're still a jerk off.
I don't want you to think about this the rest of the day. I think you ought to give yourself a reprieve. Let yourself off the hook.
How am I going to do that?
Enjoy yourself.
Do you like my plan? We're not bringing this up anymore. Sal, I think, likes that plan.
That's a fantastic plan.
All right.
The
We're gonna give it a break.
execution is the key to a plan.
Well, we're going to execute. Fucking cigarette is killing me.
I know.
I'm going to die. You know?
Sorry,
I'm
it's
not
the
in
only
there.
thing keeping me from literally exploding right now in my head.
Why, you're angry with yourself?
No, I just like
What? What's going on right now?
I just needed something to relax me. Some sort of badness in my body.
Sal, how do you feel about all this?
I hope it gets resolved. I'm more concerned about Artie than anything. I mean, you know, it's just like things. You know, it starts out angry, turns into jokes, and then it snowballs back to anger. It's like you don't know where it's gonna go. It's just crazy.
And then, what do you think about all this getting physical? Did that really freak you out? You know, he threw something at you. That could've hurt you, man.
It did, but it didn't. You know, I mean, the guy, he's angry.
So, Gary, what do you think about this whole situation with Artie and Sal?
I'm not really going to talk about it anymore. I'm going to respect Howard putting a moratorium on it. I don't want to see any more bad third-rate band CDs flying around the studio.
Benji, what's your whole take on this this rift between Artie and Sal?
Oh, we're not supposed to talk about it.
You can't talk about it? Just
I
a
don't
little
think we're really not supposed to. I don't think so. Are we?
I don't know.
I don't think we're supposed to talk about it. I think they want to it's a cooling off period, man. I think. I'm really tired.
Robin, what do you think about this whole mess with Artie and Sal?
Look, I'm not doing any more interviews about this. There's a moratorium on talking about that incident at this point. Right now, it never even happened. Okay?
Fred, what do you think about this whole situation with Artie and Sal?
It's safer in Iraq.
That's all you have to say about that?
That's it. It's safer in Iraq.
Any final words on what happened?
I've been asked not to discuss it by my boss and mentor, Howard Stern, so no comment. Go Yankee.
Out of it, too.
You were screwed up on drugs. I mean, who was the biggest drug addict in that band? It wasn't you.
It was pretty much, well, no, I think it was myself and Steven.
Steven.
And Izzy went through a period. Axel was never a drug addict.
Oh, he wasn't. He's just
sober.
difficult.
He's straight. I mean, he would get high from time to time, but he's never been an addict.
Do you ever wish that Axel would come to his senses even now and just put the original Guns N' Roses back together again, go on tour, make a ton of dough, do
Do you remember why
I think it's
you were
more
so...
mutual.
It's more mutual.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what was it about you and the rest of the guys that he just would never want to get together with you again?
Well, you know, at this point, I think, with all fairness to Axel, when I actually left the group, and I think he feels sort of. I mean, I haven't approached him about getting back together anyway, but I would imagine that he feels pretty abandoned. You know,
I see.
We were, you know.
Why did you leave the group?
I just couldn't. There was certain things I just couldn't take anymore.
Like what, though? It's so worth it. It was such a great band.
You know what?
What couldn't you take?
I couldn't take. There was a lot of it had to do with just not being able to control him, the time that the band went on stage, when we were doing anything on a professional level, and then after the Use Your Illusions tour was over, which was 2.5 years of a lot of roller coaster kind of behavior, and then you know, also another thing was losing two of the original members of the band, which was Steven and Izzy. So that I realized there was a chemistry about the way that we all worked, and also in relationship to Axel. Izzy was very much a sort of the glue, the in-between guy that kept Axel and I sort of on an even keel.
Right.
Because he came to LA, basically, they were both from Indiana, so they had a certain kind of a relationship that really helped how the rest of the band sort of functioned.
Like the album name, Appetite for Destruction. Maybe it's just that's what it had to be.
You know,
it had to destroy itself.
You have a really, really explosive band, which obviously is going to have sort of an implosive thing, you know.
Right.
But and then after you know, once we got in to start working on what would have been the next record, there was a lot of contractual stuff that Axl started throwing around, and that just was the icing on the cake.
Will you ever cut your hair? In other words, a lot of guys now have cut their hair. You still maintain the long hairdo.
Same with you.
Yes, but will you cut it all off at some point? I mean, there seems to be a movement. Why have you held on to the long hair?
I seriously doubt it. I don't know. I really haven't given it that much thought. This is the most thought I put into it.
Right now, it's still working.
I don't agree with you. I think you do put a lot of thought into your look. I think Guns N' Roses put a lot of thought into their look. I think Velvet Revolver puts a lot of thought into their look.
Well, if you knew me as a kid, I'm basically the same. I always had long hair, always wore jeans and tennis shoes and T-shirts.
And the jewelry?
And jewelry.
Right.
It was the only thing that's different was the top hat, which came later.
How old were you when you put a nose ring in?
Oh, I must have done that during the Snake Pit days, so that was like the mid-'90s.
So there was nothing you could do that would shock your mother. Your mother had a rock and roll lifestyle.
I remember when I came home with my first tattoo, and I was like 15, 16 years old, and she was like, well, you know, the cliche. She goes, you know, you're going to have to live that the rest of your life. And that was the last I ever heard of it.
That was, she didn't care.
No.
Did you ever feel your mom didn't care?
Very, very, very cool. And I was raised with a lot of
very
freedom.
cool. When your but wait a second. Yeah. When your mother was having a relationship with David Bowie, was that the coolest thing that could have ever happened? How old were you? I mean, he's way cool.
I was like a 9 or 10.
9 or 10.
And you would see David Bowie.
Yeah, yeah.
He would hang out in the house. You've had a charmed life that way.
She also used to work with him. She designed all his clothes, so they had a working relationship first and foremost, and then they had a romantic relationship, which really didn't last that long. It was probably like maybe a year and a half.
But were you proud of that? Were you like, wow, my mom's...
He was the first guy that came in after my dad, so I was pretty apprehensive about hanging out with him for a while.
But your mom must have been a very good-looking woman.
She's very good-looking. Yeah.
Were you ever disciplined about anything? Did you ever receive any discipline? Were you ever punished?
Yeah, no.
What would they punish you for?
You're not giving me any chance to get a word in.
Oh, I'm not. Okay,
no,
sorry.
But my parents, like I was saying, with all the freedom that I was given, I was, as far as certain morals and certain character thing, you know, there was a lot of that was instilled in me. There was a lot of right and wrong that just sort of came natural for them to sort of instill in me, which was really great. And I think there was sort of a mutual respect thing, almost like treating me on the same level as they were. It was very interesting. I used to call them by their first names.
I wonder if that's good or bad.
I wouldn't let my kids call me by my first.
You have kids now.
Do you have
they
kids?
try.
Yeah.
Do
you are you a disciplinarian?
I'm not too good at that. I try. You know, I get like, you know, like I try and get angry, but I think it's almost laughable. But my wife she's got a handle on that.
So you're providing structure for your kids, even if it's through your wife.
Well, and also, I mean, you know, I've obviously learned a lot over the years, and I have a pretty clear memory of coming up, and so you just sort of you have sort of a natural instinct for things and what the kids should be doing and what you might have done wrong that you want to teach them not to do.
See, when I sit with you, you seem like such a rational guy. I can't imagine you almost throwing it all away on heroin and cocaine. I don't see it with you. I almost see you like a businessman. I mean, okay, despite the rock and roll persona and all that, I see you as a very reliable guy, a guy who shows up on time for interviews. You have a sense of the business. You respect rock and roll. You love what you do you have such a passion for this guitar. What attracted you to this heroin to the point that you were, you know, every minute with it I mean, it took over your life.
It was downtime.
Do you think that you were depressed?
It was. I wouldn't say. Most of it was fun for the longest time, so I can't say that I was actually depressed. If there was a psychologist here and we did a one-on-one for an hour and a half, he'd probably come up with some answers that maybe I wouldn't be thinking of right now. But it was mostly fun. But the thing about the drugs was it was always when I wasn't working. And I'm so hyperactive, and when I'm sitting here with you, or I'm sitting in the studio, or I'm out on the road, I'm actually in work mode. And that I can deal with, and as long as that's a constant, I'm fine.
But when the downtime comes,
would end, I wouldn't know what to do with myself. And the pace of being in a band and touring constantly and living that life, touring is something that still to this day I love touring more than I like being at home.
Right.
I still can't mellow out.
Right.
And I'm learning how to adjust to life, not working so that I don't go into the abyss like I normally would.
Is it hard for you to be a husband and a father when you really yearn for the road and the freedom of the road?
I just have to take them with me. I mean, I love them to death, so I make it work, but I have to admit I'm a little antsy when I'm at home for too long.
The last time you cheated on your wife was before you married her. You've been able to remain faithful?
I haven't cheated. On all honesty, I haven't cheated on her once since we got together.
It's remarkable.
Yeah, but now, are you on any kind of medication, or you...
You on Subutex?
No.
You are
I
not.
did do it for a minute, though.
Yeah?
How do you get off heroin? You say that in your book that you go cold turkey.
I never really got into using prescription drugs to opt out.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Artie uses Subutex. He's on it regularly to keep him off his heroin.
Right.
But
a lot of guys do that. I used Subutex for the first time a little over a year ago. And that's how I got off the Oxycontin.
Oh, you were on that too, huh?
Well, that's heroin. I mean, people don't realize it, but that's heroin.
But before that, there was this stuff called Buprenex, and that never worked for me. And I don't think I did it properly.
But it's funny, in your book, you describe your first heroin experience as not even being all that great. You were in the studio 1984 with Izzy.
That was the first heroin experience where I smoked it.
I see.
But the first time I ever shot it up, that was it.
Why would you go to shooting it if smoking did nothing for you?
Because, I don't know,
Because you couldn't believe you didn't like it. You mean when you smoked it, what was the reaction?
We were when I smoked it, I felt a little bit queasy, and I don't think I knew exactly what I was doing, so I didn't get the full effect that I was supposed to get.
And then how much time passed when you said to yourself, I have an idea that if I injected this, I would be happy?
It probably was about a year.
A year?
Yeah. Maybe in those days, a short amount of time seemed like forever. So it could have been 6 months, but it seemed like a year.
You mainlined.
Yeah.
But isn't it a weird thing, to start wrapping your arm with something and cooking up drugs?
It's actually half the fun.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It really. Do you still dream of it? Do you still miss it?
No.
You don't?
You know what? Because I stopped doing it as on a regular basis in like 1991 as soon as Guns N' Roses went back out on the second record. And I stopped, and I chipped a couple times along the way over the course of however many years. I'd probably put like maybe 7 or 8 times. And it never was as good as when I first did it. It was always
chasing the dream,
pain in the ass. And it just, after a while, you just, resigned to the fact that it's just not going to be like that anymore, and you sort of let it go.
All right, so you're drug-free now.
I've had moments where there's been people around who have had it on it, and there's in the back of your mind, there's that sort of like, a sensation of going, oh yeah, wow, but your rational thinking just takes over and goes, you don't want to go.
And you never did any rehabs or?
I did my first real rehab stint about a year ago.
Really?
Yeah.
That recently. Would you laugh at guys like Aerosmith when you guys would go out on tour with Aerosmith when you were in Guns N' Roses, and they would have rules where, in order to protect their sobriety, you couldn't even drink alcohol around them, or you had to hide it and drink it in a cup and this and that or the other thing. You don't place those kind of demands on other people, do you?
No. I actually like it when, within reason, that people are, I like to be out with people and know that they're able to drink and stuff like that. It makes me feel more comfortable.
You don't even drink anymore? Wow.
Nothing? I
know, right?
Wow.
But I play a lot better, and I've been very productive. And this particular point in my life, it's actually working.
When you go to rehab and you show up and you're a very famous person, do you go to a rehab specifically for famous people?
Well, this particular rehab that I went to wasn't necessarily for famous people, but you had to have some cash.
You had to have some major dough. So you're in there with some big players.
There was actually nobody there when I went in.
You had your own rehab.
I was the only client, which was great.
Isn't that a little scary?
My own bedroom. I think I was really in control going in there, knowing why I was there. So I think I really went to rehab more just to get some help to get off the stuff that I was on at the time. I really
was that the Oxycontin and all that?
Yeah. That just, so I didn't want to go through the whole long withdrawal thing, and also just to sort of get away from everything for a minute and get my head together, because there was a lot of shit going on at that time.
Not only were drugs going on, but a lot of sex. And you describe something in your new book that is very disturbing, and I feel for you on this.
What, the Izzy thing?
The Izzy thing. You say,
what is going on here?
I
knew this is. Yeah.
I remember being up in the bunk one night after a show with Izzy and some girl. We were taking turns having sex with her, but Izzy wasn't wearing any protection. So when he pulled out, he came on my leg.
Oh!
Since I was right there on the other side of her, That definitely stopped me in my tracks. I sat up, I looked at him, and I said, "Hey, Izzy, man, we've got to get a bigger place."
Yeah, right.
When a man comes on your leg, what is that like?
That was a very surreal experience. But you have to understand, we were in a space that was entirely probably the size of a twin mattress. You know, it was a loft that was the size of the mattress, and there was nowhere else to go, and we were both banging the same girl, and there was nowhere else for him to move to. And so in the heat of the moment, you know, he wasn't really thinking about where he was aiming, and I was right there. And
you know, I mean, so many...
Really bonding moment. Yeah.
It really is. And when Izzy came, did he come a lot? Was it a big load?
It was,
did he drop a big
you know
load?
What? It seemed like an eternity.
Was he laughing? Then he goes, "Oh
no,
my God!"
He didn't know he didn't know.
He was out.
No, he didn't realize where I was in proximity to where
it was dark.
Was.
What do you do? Honestly, this is very specific. What do you do with the load once
get
it's
the girl
on?
to lick it up.
You did? Did she really? I'm going to throw up. What do? You wipe it off with Izzy's shirt?
I used one of the blankets on the mattress.
When you're living that close with a bunch of guys and everything, the one thing I don't get is double teaming these chicks. Here, I mean, this is certainly a tremendous amount of variety on the road of women, especially when you're in a cool band.
This was in the old days. This was like before we ever hit the road, when we were just like the scourge of Hollywood local band.
Did you ever feel bad for the women? Did you ever have any sort of... This is what I'm talking about with your childhood. Like, it's almost like there were no rules. Like, some woman comes in, she's almost disposable. You take her in there, you fuck her a couple of times.
I'm not one of those guys. I'm that one guy in the band that actually sort of was sort of a sucker for girls. I mean, even the stupidest ones, I felt sort of bad for, the ones that would come in and be so easy to disrespect, you know?
Right.
And so some of the relationships that I had with women over the years, or most of the relationships I had with women over the years, when it came to sex, it was usually, so there was some sort of mutual respect between the two of us. But in certain instances, like this one that we're talking about with Izzy, that was just some girl that I don't even know how she ended up there.
Did you ever share women with Axl Rose, the lead singer of Guns N' Roses?
A couple times.
You did?
Yeah.
So
I
you were
guess
that
everybody shared.
Yeah. That's amazing. I never got into that. Then again, nobody wanted to share with me. Who wanted to see me naked? Certainly not another guy. Does it feel a little bit gay when you see one of your bandmates naked there, you know, and
you know how they
It's funny. You can sort of. You don't really get into the watching them per se.
Right.
It becomes sort of an animal thing. That you're not really paying attention to them. You're with the girl, and he's with the girl, and you're not really focusing on him at all. And you don't want him in any. Like, I had an incident a long time ago where I used to have these parties at my house, and party loving people would come over, and we would have a lot of, you know, interaction.
Yeah.
And I was on the landing in my house with this girl, and I was on the floor, and she was on top of me, and Ron Jeremy happened to be there, and he came up behind her without even asking, and then sort of got behind her, and I was like, oh. And then all of a sudden I felt invaded.
Yeah.
So there has to be some. So it's not one of those kind of things. I watch some porno movies and I go, I just couldn't handle.
There are rules,
you know,
in a sense.
Yeah.
You didn't want Ron Jeremy joining in.
Yeah, there's some there can be some awkward moments.
Awkward in the sense too, like when you have to follow Izzy, let's say, or Axl, you're the second guy in the girl. These guys have already come inside the girl. I mean, does any of that bother you? That bothers me for some reason. Why am I so uptight? I mean,
yeah,
that's
really,
my problem.
of all people.
Am I uptight?
It's not really being uptight. It's just certain people have certain limits to what they think is, you know,
acceptable.
That never bothered you.
Yeah, there's certain aspects of it that bother me. You know, I'm not. I'm sleazy to an extent, but there's another part of me that's got a moral center that you know, there's certain things I won't accept.
But are there rules as to who goes first?
I have a wide.
Yeah, but like are you the king bee in a sense that like you go first and then the guys follow?
I never thought about that. I'm actually racking my brains trying to figure out how that works.
So did there come a time when let's say Izzy was banging a chick, he finishes, then you say, now I'm hopping on?
I don't think it ever really worked that way. It was usually one of those kind of things that if if we were sharing a girl. It sort of all happened at the same time.
So would you prefer the mouth or the anus or the vagina?
Well, we never did the
anus.
Anus, the two,
Right. Yeah, that's way out of control.
What's that sign that they got?
What is that called? Double, not DP, but
double penetration. I learned this in Canada recently. I can't remember what it's called though. Anyhow, I think he would be doing her and I would be getting it, getting oral.
Right.
We might switch around, not in any particular order.
Would it be something sort of too, if you weren't well hung?
I would prefer just having
a girl,
the one girl or two girls. I don't really like
two
having
girls
guys
is okay
around.
too.
I
Yeah.
could probably count on two hands how many times
you shared.
I shared, yeah.
Because it's a weird thing. Do you ever get into the, gee, my penis is bigger than Izzy's? Or, I would get into that. I mean, I'm not saying it's because you do naturally compare, and any guy who says they don't is
But
lying.
also, don't you see him doing some weird things? Go, oh, look at what he's doing.
I guess there's awkward moments, yeah.
Did you ever see Izzy like looking at a girl's butthole, and then you go, you know what, Izzy's gross?
Yeah, right. No, I don't remember that. But I do remember some incidents that happened with some other people in other bands where you have like a few girls come from a strip club or something like that, and they come into a hotel room and everybody's partying, and then all inhibitions go out the window, and next thing you know, there's like two girls giving one guy head for a minute, and then the other guy comes along, and then you're all standing together and they're all doing it, and you sort of at that point. It's a party, but then there's another element that comes in. It's like, okay, now we're all doing this together. I didn't know you that well. No. Yeah, there's some moments out there.
When you wrote the book, did you leave some of those things out? Like you saw the lead singer of AC/DC do something?
I didn't put anything in there. There was one mention of my good friend James Hetfield.
Okay, from Metallica.
Right. Yeah. And I put it in there. I didn't want to get him into. I didn't want to.
What'd you see him do? What'd you put in?
He was in my hotel room, in the actual bedroom part, and I let him use the room with this girl that he was with. And this was a long time ago, way before he got married.
Pre-marriage, yes.
Yeah,
of course.
And I needed to go in the room to get something, so I sort of opened the door and was creeping in, and he was head fucking her against the wall. But he was doing it. He was doing it in the James Hetfield kind of like
angry.
He was going, oh yeah, this is fun.
Rock and roll.
I mentioned that because it was.
Is your penis bigger than Izzy's?
I can't remember. I think we're roughly around the same.
Around the same size. Axel had a small penis. I read.
I don't know. I never actually went there.
I see. Never took a look at that. Well, I mean, it's a fascinating life. I mean, the sex.
Are you
drugs.
talking to Axel now?
Hell
no. These guys can't stand each other.
We haven't talked since when I quit. That was
pretty much it.
An unprecedented sort of kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't think he thought that I was serious. And I think that really caused a lot of bad blood.
You deal with the financial aspects of being in Guns N' Roses too. Your signing bonus when you first get signed to a record label. This is how out of control you were, which is so opposite the guy I kind of know sitting on the couch. You blew your signing bonus.
I tried not to.
You blew it on heroin, right?
Yeah. Well,
sad, right? I bet. How much money do you think you missed out on?
It wasn't that much money. It was $7,500.
Yeah, but at the time you had nothing.
At the time, it was huge, and I couldn't put money in the bank because I had a lien on my income at the time, and so I had it all in traveler's checks, and I really tried to maintain it. But you have to understand that when Guns N' Roses got signed, that we couldn't do anything. We couldn't do any gigs or really do anything except for sit for about a year and a half, and it was pretty hard to do it. We were bored shitless.
Is there an unbelievable aspect to fame that, like, aside from your mom introducing you to David Bowie at an early age, all of a sudden you start to get in a band, you start to get some kind of name out there, and suddenly, like you say, your first son was conceived in Ron Wood of the Rolling Stones house. You're hanging out with Sly of the Family Stone, smoking PCP and crack with him. I mean, you're doing.
Well, I didn't actually smoke crack with him,
but you saw him doing it.
Yeah.
It's hard to believe. He seems like such a normal guy.
Yeah, when I saw him last, he looked fine.
And then all these wildest
drugs do weird things to very normal people.
And then wild things happen to you. I mean, a woman blew him while he was asleep. I mean, that's great stuff, right?
She wasn't a woman. She was a kid.
What do you mean?
She was. I mean, she must have been like 14 or 15 years old.
And you were asleep?
I was sort of asleep. I sort of half woke up for that.
I mean, this is not a normal life. You know that. I mean, most
it's
guys.
It's all fun, though. I got to tell you.
You bet.
I have no regrets.
Oh, I bet. I was going to ask you that. Certainly,
but
you shouldn't.
Also, my parents. I came from sort of the whole free love generation.
Right.
Everybody was very uninhibited in those days, and when you talk about David and whatnot, I mean. I was raised around a lot of musicians, a lot of entertainers, and it was all like that. I mean, you know, I remember walking into a friend of my mom's place one time. I mean, adults were always having sex when I was a kid. And it wasn't.
You see
it wasn't,
all of this.
Yeah, it wasn't lurid, you know, that kind of sex. It was just sort of a more loving kind of.
I'm telling you, he had a childhood with no rules.
Yeah.
I mean, you thought it was normal to walk into a room and see adults having sex.
Well, I mean, it would have been abnormal for them to keep me around.
Did you ever see your mom having sex?
Only once.
Who was she having
My
sex
dad.
with? With your dad?
Yeah, I walked in one time.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, that was weird. I never.
What position were they in? I bet it's frozen in your mind.
It was missionary.
It was.
Yeah.
And did you stand there and watch?
You know, there was that second that lasts forever.
Yeah. You saw it going in and out.
No, it wasn't that close. I was on the other side of the room.
That's got to be traumatic. Yes, Gary, what do you want to ask?
No, I just want to ask Slash, because there's stuff that you're reading. I heard that, you know, you don't talk to Axl anymore. And there was that weird incident a couple of years ago, and I just never understood, you know, Guns N' Roses, the Axl Guns N' Roses, played the Hard Rock on New Year's Eve, and Slash went there just to see what was going on, but I never understood what actually happened.
What happened was my wife and I saw an ad for Guns N' Roses at the Hard Rock at the Joint in the Hard Rock, and so we made a plan to go there. It was New Year's Eve, so went down there, sort of got myself set up, made a phone call, got set up, and then went down there, and I was forbidden to enter the venue.
But did you ever say to Axl, "Hey, I want to come by and see you"?
No.
And he didn't want you in.
The whole building knew I was coming.
Why do you think you went there? Were you looking for confrontation? Were you looking to say to him?
They were saying that the rumor was I had my guitar and my top hat, and I was going to go in there. You know, some. You know,
but why go and torture yourself?
But no, I just wanted to go see Guns N' Roses because I'd never seen them before.
Yeah, but wait a second.
That was it.
You had to be angry. This isn't Guns N' Roses.
But this was years after. You have to understand, when I quit, whatever he went on to do after that was fine.
Right.
And I knew he was going to continue on with the name because that was one of the things that was leading up to the split anyway, when it first came up. And so I was really intrigued. I wanted to go see what Guns N' Roses was.
What do you think of like Van Halen right now, where they get rid of Michael Anthony, the original bass player and backup vocal guy, and they put in Eddie's son? Eddie Van Halen's son is in there now. Like, does that kind of burn you up a little bit? Because that's what Axl tried to pull with Guns N' Roses. He tried to replace the whole band. Do the fans deserve to see? They don't want to see Van Halen or Guns N' Roses with other players.
Well, I think it needs to be made very clear to the public that the original members will not be there, which somehow with the Guns situation, I don't think that happened.
I think that's why you went to the show that night. You wanted to sort of say to Axl, "Go ahead, you do this in front of me, asshole."
It wasn't like that.
I will tell you how
it was. It was really pretty innocent. You know, just wanted to go see. I mean, think about it. How interesting would that be?
Yeah, but you couldn't have been surprised by their reaction.
I would be angry.
I was. You know, there's a point there. It's like, oh, come on, get off it. You know, what am I going to do?
Yes, Gary.
It was weird because there was one time I went to see Guns N' Roses, and of course you're looking for the guitar player to be Slash. And it could have just been sort of, you know, nondescript. And instead it was that weird guy, Buckethead. Do you remember?
That was on the MTV show.
Yeah, it was a guy with a bucket over his head, and it was almost like calling too much attention.
I know, I was him for Halloween a couple of years ago.
Were you? You were Buckethead?
Yeah, but let me just put one thing in.
Do you think Buckethead is a talented individual?
You know, I don't really know his work. I really don't know his work.
Okay.
I've heard he's a really accomplished guitar player.
Okay.
Very technically, you know, fluent.
You say that as a put down in a way, that a guitar player has
he's not a rock guy. You know,
a rock guy has a certain soul to his guitar.
Yeah,
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
It's not just all about technical.
I have heard a couple pieces of music from Buckethead, and it's technically proficient, but doesn't have any heart. You know.
So, in other words, you kind of say, hey, there's two types of musicians. There's the guy who can go in and read charts and get that all done, and then there's you. You can walk into a studio and make something magical happen.
Something like that. You know, it's like if somebody picks up the guitar and has the balls to really come from the heart and expose himself, you know, emotionally on the instrument, you can tell, you can feel it.
Getting back to the sex for 1 minute.
Wait, let me straighten out one thing about the Axl thing.
Yeah.
Just with all due respect to Axl, he didn't know that I was banned from the venue. It was a manager thing, which actually happened to be our old manager, who I hated with a passion anyway. And
So
he thought Axel might not react, positively if he knew I was there, so he decided to take it upon himself.
But did Axel ever reach out to you afterwards to say, "Hey, I heard you were there. Sorry you couldn't get in. Would have loved to have seen you"?
No, that's not his style.
No, he doesn't
No
do
reaching
that.
out.
No.
Now,
okay, sorry.
Getting back to the sexual thing, it is amazing because I'm sure you guys weren't wearing contraception and stuff. The only STD you say in your book that you got was you got genital warts on your stomach.
No. I got genital warts on my penis, but what happened was I had these marks on my stomach, which they were sort of like psoriasis kind of thing, but being hypochondriac, I guess. It was right around the time that the AIDS thing was first really starting.
Right.
And it just seemed like real small versions of what the AIDS
So you thought you had those
lesions look
yeah.
like. And of course, it would not surprise me because practicing safe sex at the time wasn't really a habit. I don't think
And you were
the only
doing
time you
drugs.
ever practiced safe sex was not to get a girl pregnant, and that was. But even then, that was hard to do.
But it is amazing. You didn't come down with a lot of stuff.
That was the only thing. That and crabs. That was the only.
The crabs you got. You didn't get the herpes. You didn't get any of that stuff. You really got
I never
lucky.
I never even got hepatitis C, which a lot of guys.
A miracle. Did you share needles when you were shooting?
There was times.
Yes, and
See, he skirted all of them.
I've been really lucky.
Yeah.
but here
That's
you are,
one
a
of the things.
hypochondriac.
Not really. I'm just
But you probably are
a little bit.
Yeah, and then you would share a needle with someone, which to me would be totally
It's
dangerous.
in the whole fervor of
getting the drugs.
Yeah, it is a real psychological thing to that.
They say that about Keith Richards too, that he's lucky and he's got this constitution, of an ox.
horse,
and,
yeah.
I mean, you have to be reasonably intelligent to sort of get away with a lot of this stuff, but at the same time, I've been really, really lucky.
Yeah, it is. It's a roll of the dice. Another upsetting thing happened to you. You once passed out. You were unconscious, and you were teabagged by Tommy Lee, the drummer of Motley Crue.
Yeah.
Now, what's that all about?
Don't trust your friends.
Yeah, I mean, you passed out from drinking.
Yeah.
You're laying there on the floor unconscious, and Tommy Lee gets naked and puts his balls
over my face. They weren't touching, but
who knows?
Well, I saw the picture.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, there was it's actually in Nikki's book. I think it's a little bit more graphic in Nikki's book, of course.
Describe, if you would, the smell of Tommy's balls.
I was out cold.
I see. So you never smelled his balls.
No.
Right. Do you say to a guy afterwards, "Hey, I'm coming. I'm going to kick the shit out of you"?
No. I deserved it because I put myself in that position by passing out on the floor of the bar and them having to take me up to the room and put me to sleep.
But you do expect your bros to
well,
be...
I had a couple things to say, obviously, but under the circumstances, I deserved it.
You seem like a good-natured person.
I am. I'm pretty easygoing.
What about fights? Do you ever have any fist fights?
I used to.
You used to.
I haven't in a while.
Did you ever have any with Axel?
No.
You never had a fight?
I think there was one time in our relationship where I thought that was going to happen, but I think we both thought better of it.
Probably the relationship between you and Axel could never be repaired because even in your book you say some nasty things about him in the sense that you saw him flip out on girls who wouldn't have sex with him.
There was a one incident that I didn't put that in there because I wanted to talk about him. It just had a lot to do with why I left. We were in rehearsal at the time, and we were staying in Chicago, and why I left Chicago, which is a whole story.
What did you see that night?
Nothing I'm going to get into here.
What do you mean? He yelled at a girl or he hit her?
I just reacted inappropriately.
In other words, hey, you have to give me
sex with him.
Yeah. But there was, I really don't want to get into all that because it wasn't that big a deal. It wasn't that big a deal. I think the reasoning behind it and so on and so forth, I thought was sort of unsavory. So I just got sort of disgusted with the whole thing that was going on at that period. So I don't want to single that one incident out.
Why did you have sex with an old girlfriend the night before your wedding? What happened there? Were you scared to get married? Was that it? And you just said, hey, shit, I got to get out of this thing?
The first marriage I got into, was an ultimatum,
right?
And I don't think I went in the right. I didn't go into it from the heart, and so I'd sort of dated this girl that is now my wife.
Right.
Not really dated, but we saw each other on occasion, and we always had a good time. And she knew that. She knew that we had sort of a connection.
Is this the wife when you were doing my movie you were hanging out with?
That's the one that I was married to then.
Right.
Yeah.
You divorced her.
Yeah, I divorced.
She was hot.
She was a good-looking girl, but it was an ultimatum. I'd been caught. She finally caught me. Someone ratted me out for everything that I'd done behind her back. I mean, literally everything.
Aren't friends great?
Somebody had it in for me.
Why would they do that to you?
And so we split up for a while, and of course I was out on tour, and I started feeling lonely. And just because of all these things I did to her didn't mean that I didn't care about her. It was just I really wasn't ready for that serious of a relationship at that point, I think.
Are there any? But there, again, there's no rules, you know. So like you would just say, hey, screw it.
I was like a sex addict at that point.
You were.
I was out of control.
When you went to rehab,
I used to
did they
keep 3 and 4 hotel rooms in every hotel, so I could go bouncing around.
So that's part of your thing. You can't sit still. So so keep yourself busy with women, right?
Yeah.
Why not?
It's like drugs.
Yeah, that ain't bad.
You know, you can't knock it, though.
A lot of famous women?
No, not necessarily. I mean, some more famous than others, but
look at you. How many women you figured you banged in your time? Come on,
I don't.
Give me a number.
I don't have a number.
You up over 500?
I have no.
Look at you.
You didn't keep any records?
Of course not.
Are you kidding? There are written records. It's more thorough than a German concentration camp.
Anyway, so what happened was Perla heard that I was getting married. Actually, she came to my bachelor party, which was a co-ed bachelor party because what I was saying was I called my girlfriend up. I called my girlfriend up, who was going to be my wife, and I said, "Let's get back together." And she said, "Not unless we get married." And I was like, "Oh."
So you had to do it.
And so then we did it, and Perla, who'd known me from previous, came around and said, "Ha ha," you know. And then somehow we ended up doing it the night before my wedding.
Beautiful.
The wedding was doomed from that point on. The marriage was doomed, you know. But I feel really bad because I actually put her through something. I'm not into hurting people's feelings for being inconsiderate.
How are your children going to rebel against you? It's going to be tough.
I don't know. I'm sure they'll find.
They'll be
all kids find something.
Yeah. They seem like good kids, or what?
They're great kids.
They are.
Yeah, they're out of control too, though. We have to work really hard to keep them in check.
Right, because you're used to having a life.
My
with no
wife
rules.
and I, when we first, our whole relationship, up until when we had kids, we were probably the craziest couple you'll ever meet.
Oh, I believe that.
And so when the kids came, it sort of, I guess it was payback. It's like, okay, we got 2 boys. It's like,
who are the great bands today? Anybody turning you on musically, or are you just fed up with the whole scene?
You know, I don't have a lot of positive things to say about what's going on with rock and roll right now.
Right.
I mean, it's about as far removed from the genuine article as far as I'm concerned. There's some bands that are still around that came out in the 90s, which I might have not thought that much of then, but I think huge, you know, I think they're great now because they're the only bands around that have any inkling of what that kind of rock and roll attitude.
What's an example of one of those bands?
Well, Foo Fighters are great.
Yeah. Foo Fighters are great.
One of the greatest bands that's come out in the last 15 years.
Did it surprise you when the drummer from the Foo Fighters turned out to be a lead singer and guitar player?
Yeah,
I mean, what did I say?
Drummer from Nirvana.
Yeah, from Nirvana.
Yeah. I remember the first time I saw the Foo Fighters was here at what's the place by Dave Letterman. Right across
Roseland.
I saw him at Roseland, and it was great. And that was in like not too long after Kurt died.
It was shocking to you, probably.
But he is a great band, and he's a great songwriter. Yeah.
So, when you had to write a book, I don't even know what inspired you to write a book. When you say you wrote the book, you worked with a writer, and he even claims at 4 in the morning when you would remember a story, you would call him. You don't know any work hours, and
well, no, I had to call him when they came because trying to recall all that stuff wasn't the easiest thing to do.
No, I think it's the most difficult thing in the world. Well, you've done it. I mean, you've written a very, very interesting book. This is great. Slash's new book, Slashed. That's the name of the book.
It's just Slash.
That's what I said.
Oh, I thought you said slashed.
Yeah, you did say that.
I thought,
Sloshed. Slash's new book.
Slash would have been a good title.
That's a good one. You should have talked to me. The book Slash is in stores now, and you can check out Slash and Guitar Hero 3 in stores now as well.
Best game ever, by the way.
Isn't it cool?
Guitar Hero Howard is the best fucking game.
It's one of those things I got involved with that I don't consider a sellout because it was so cool. Yeah.
Better than chess?
No, chess is great, but that's a different animal.
I see.
I keep chess on my BlackBerry.
You play chess?
Yeah.
You're not on the ICC,
What's the ICC?
Chessclub.com, Internet Chess Club?
No.
Oh.
Because Howard could play with you.
I will play with you.
Really?
Oh, yes.
That's when I remember starting playing chess when I was pretty young, and I've always had a thing for chess.
I don't want to brag, but I'm a 1600.
No, I believe you're probably pretty good. You seem like you would be.
Yeah, I'm no retard.
I'm into poker now. That's my new thing.
That's your thing?
That seems like everybody's into poker. So
But are you going to get carried away with that and blow a lot of money?
No. I mean, at this point, I love watching it on TV, and I love playing it on my telephone.
Right.
And you know, it's.
Are you playing big stakes poker?
I'm not a gambler. You're not going to get me to take $1,000 or $10,000 and put it on the table.
How much do you play for?
I don't play for anything. I'm playing on a machine.
Yeah, that's
he
doesn't
it.
go to the
that's
casino.
It. I have some friends
All
that
right.
I can play with, but that's small stakes.
All right, get the book Slash in
Yeah.
stores now. What do you want to say, Garibaldi?
I got a question and then
Yes.
a story. One of our friends has a good story about Slash. But in the book, do you talk about how you wrote the songs? Because I read how you came up with the guitar riff for Sweet Child of Mine. I was wondering if it was true.
I got into a lot of the songs on Appetite because it's such an infamous record, and so I did talk about Sweet Child of Mine and Welcome to the Jungle and Night Train and Paradise City and stuff like that.
Yeah,
because Sweet Child of Mine supposedly was that was what he would do to warm up that riff.
It's in practicing, I try and make up something interesting just to keep myself engaged instead of just mindless practicing. And I stumbled on this cool pattern that had a nice melody to it and started coming up with these different notes within the pattern. And then a couple of the other guys started playing some chords behind it.
And then would Axl come in and then start singing to it?
Axl, unbeknownst to us, was upstairs writing lyrics to it, and we didn't know.
Wow.
And so the next day at rehearsal, he goes, "Let's do that thing you guys were working on," and it became this big song.
That's great. You know, when it's that easy, it's a shame it can't last forever, you know? You just wish you could stay in that zone.
But that was just him warming up. It's also one of those songs.
The song still gives me chills.
It's one of those songs that's very indicative of an entire band working together. It
Right.
would never have happened without the other guys.
Yeah. Right. It's a collaborative thing that happens. But you were this is your warm-up exercise.
It's not a warm-up exercise. He said that.
Well, that's what I read. What was it?
It was just something that I made up that I was just thought
you
was
could
interesting.
practice, yeah.
But I never would have probably made a song out of it. It was very private. They just happened to pick up on it.
And Axl walks downstairs and says, "Hey, listen to these lyrics I'm working on."
He didn't know. He didn't say anything. It was the next day. If I remember correctly, he goes, "Hey, play that thing you guys were jamming in the living room yesterday." And so we started playing it, and he started singing something. So he was up there listening and writing.
Wow. Oh, that's just great. That's a cool story. Yeah.
Now I got to tell you our story. So Shuley, our very own Shuley, used to live in Las Vegas, and he said he worked at one of those photo places, and he said he once developed a nude roll of film of Slash. He's out there if you want to talk to him about it.
You got to be kidding me.
Really?
Yeah.
Why would you do that on camera? You don't care. You were probably high as a kite.
I don't believe this, but
what was it, Shuley? You worked in a camera place.
Well, it was like a souvenir/liquor store that sold everything. If it wasn't nailed down, we'd sell it, and we developed film there too. And he came in and was trash. And at the time, I didn't even recognize Slash because he didn't have a hat on. His hair was flat and everything. And they dropped off a roll of film. It was you, and I don't know which one.
Was it in L.A.?
No, it was in Vegas. It was on Fremont Street.
No, okay. There's actually some pictures in the book of she and I, but they weren't full on sex. There's
No.
There's some nudity, but there's no real penetration.
There's a picture in the book. She's got her face where the sun don't shine.
When I developed the film, that's when I realized it was Slash because there was a picture of him in the shower, and I saw this tattoo on his arm of himself. It says Slash with the hat.
It's a tattoo. It was actually of a girl, but it has my name.
Oh, it does. Okay, well,
character.
And he was nude, and he's just standing there in the shower.
How was he hung? Was he have a big penis?
Yeah, it was huge. I made double prints. I put it in the book we had for naked photos. We had a book underneath for nude pictures. You're
very gracious.
That was very nice of you. Well, Slash, it's a pleasure. And
Yes,
Can I ask him a couple of questions?
Yeah, go ahead.
What? How you doing, man? Artie. You guys were like a great sort of band in the tradition of classic, rock and roll. When you saw bands like Nirvana and Pearl Jam, that whole grunge thing coming on, did you feel like you guys were in trouble in any way?
No. I was really excited. Being that in the 80s we were one of the few sort of hands down gritty rock and roll bands. There was so much other glam and sort of fake anthem stadium rock or whatever you want to call it going on. When grunge happened, which I still have a hard time calling it that, but in the 90s, in the early 90s, when Nirvana, Alice in Chains, Soundgarden, what's the other band?
Pearl Jam.
Pearl Jam.
Yeah.
And bands like that, those were the main ones. I thought it was great because it was like some new blood, and I was really addicted to a couple of these records.
So was it a turn off to you? You liked it?
What would you rather call it? Just rock and roll, like anything else,
It was basically just an extension of what we were doing.
Right.
I agree. I agree.
And just one real last thing. I've struggled with drugs as documented on this show, and I'm curious, what created more chaos in your life? Because I have a definite answer to this.
Yeah.
Coke or heroin? What do you think created more like chaos? What made you more out of control? Cocaine or heroin?
Coke definitely made me more out of control. But we keep mentioning Coke, but I only speedballed Coke, so I always had it with heroin.
Oh, really?
I did a couple lines here and there. Like I used to hang out with Sam Kinison back in the day, and he used to blow my mind. He'd do a line the size of this table in one hit.
Yeah,
I mean, really some serious business.
Yeah.
Coke's not really my drug of choice. It's too up.
So you always had heroin?
I'm a heroin guy.
Wow.
Yeah. But some of my weirdest stories in the book are about when I'd run out of dope and it just end up with the Coke left to shoot, and then the hallucinations that go along with that.
Right. You said at one point you put your fist through a piece of glass shower.
There was something that happened, an incident in Phoenix, where I probably would have gone to jail for a good amount of time.
Oh, really?
And luckily, there was a promoter there. My manager called. That was probably one of the few.
What happened?
One of the few good things they ever did for me. They got me on a plane and sent me back to L.A. like that.
What did you do though?
I tripped out in this resort.
Coke. Yeah. You started to hallucinate.
Yeah, completely. And I was running around this resort, running from something I thought was chasing me.
You were naked, weren't you?
Yeah, I was naked, and I ran into this maid who pressed charges.
Oh my goodness!
For what?
For what do you call it?
Indecent exposure.
No. When you punch somebody, what do you call it?
Assault. Yeah.
I couldn't remember.
Punched the maid.
And then
you were naked and you punched the maid.
I just ran over her.
You thought she was a monster.
I knocked her down. No, she was in my way, and
and you were running from what? What did you see?
I was running from these little imaginary demons that had these little guns that were chasing me, and I trashed my hotel room trying to get away from them. Then went through the front door.
It doesn't sound like fun.
No, it was. You
could have lost your mind.
Yeah. In the book, you described them. What do you say that you described?
I said they looked like the little predator guys.
Yeah,
that's the closest. That was the best thing I could.
I mean, you were real hardcore with this. In fact, in the book, Slash goes into the fact that he got a virus from drinking too much, and they had to replace something in your heart, didn't they?
They put a defibrillator in my heart.
Right.
Wow.
And they told me that
this is hardcore.
That I wasn't going to live. They said that you have 6 days to 6 weeks, and I refused to. I remember that was serious, and I didn't have a problem quitting drinking to sort of go along with doctor's orders. But I was really concerned with getting all because I had to cancel the tour, and so I wanted to make up those dates.
Right.
And that's what got me through it. And I was back on the road within months.
Because when you're on coke or heroin, at least me, you can drink endlessly. And when I would go on a Coke binge, I was more into Coke in my 20s because it forced you to be social. Cocaine, you were out, and that's why it created more chaos. But heroin, you want to withdraw and be by yourself.
I'm an introvert by nature, so doing Coke and socializing, it's like, it's okay. It makes it more, like I go out now and I realize why I did so many drugs, because I just can't
stand being around people.
It's like boring. Hang out at a bar, everybody's talking, and you're like, this is why I used to drink.
Well, anyway, hey, by the way, you were at Anna Nicole Smith's funeral.
Yeah.
How did that? Were you close with her?
I wouldn't say close. She was more of an acquaintance to me, but she was close to my wife.
Oh.
And we didn't know each other all that well, but what's the guy's name?
Howard K. Stern.
Howard invited us, and Perla thought we should go, so we took off and went down there, and that was a real scene. And that Nicole's mom was a real piece of work.
Really?
Yeah. She showed up at the funeral. I guess it was about an hour to 2 hours late because she was at the courthouse still trying to win that.
Yeah. The custody deal.
Yeah.
Pretty wild, man. You've done it all, and you've put it in.
And
you've put it in a book
everywhere. Yes.
And I got to tell you something. It's a great book. Good for you, man. Slash's new book, Slash, in stores now. Check out Slash and Guitar Hero 3, by the way.
And we have Velvet Revolver's got a new record out.
Yeah, Velvet Revolver, and that thing's going well.
So we're touring. I'm just on a quick break. We're going to Japan and Australia.
Very nice.
Yeah, and I can't believe you got Scott Weiland under control.
He's probably the angel in the band at this
No
point.
kidding.
Yeah,
it's unbelievable.
I wouldn't call him an angel, but he's doing really well.
Well, it's great. It's always great to see you. I love when you come in here. I love to sit and talk to you about your life. Yeah. It's fascinating.
All you guys, and I heard you were sick, so you might not be here. So I'm glad you're here.
Oh, I'm here. I'm not sick. Don't believe
She's sick.
the rumors.
She's the healthiest one in the room, Slash.
Right. That's right. Thanks, Slash.
Right,
Good luck with the book.
Thank you.
All right, Slash, how do you think it went in there today?
It was good. That was one of the more comfortable times I've had doing Howard Show. I always have a good time doing Howard Show, but I also get nervous,
Why were you nervous?
I don't really like talking all that much, you know, like doing face-to-face interviews because I'm sort of quiet, you know, and I get thrown to the wolves sometimes. Howard's like that. The first time I ever did an interview with Howard was over the phone, and I didn't know who he was. This was years ago, and I called him from Hawaii at like 2 in the morning, drunk off my ass, and didn't know who I was dealing with, and he just sort of wiped the floor with me. Right? But luckily he was. I think that what broke the ice though was that he was cool enough to let me redo the show the next day. And so ever since then we've had sort of a relationship, so I have a lot of respect for the guy.
And was it weird talking about like your sex life and your childhood with drugs and everything?
I was sort of expecting it, but you never know exactly how it's going to go. There was a couple of uncomfortable moments in there, especially the group sex stuff. Because I hadn't really thought about that. I didn't have any good answers for it. But it's all good, you know.
So we got Adrian Grenier and Kevin Conley from Entourage coming in.
Adrian who?
I love those guys. Adrian Grenier.
Isn't it Grenier? I'm just saying is all.
Leave me alone.
You like this guy. You think he's hot.
How you doing? Good.
How's it going?
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's going on?
Morning.
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 Just got off the red eye.
Oh, man.
Sleepy.
Throwing you right into the...
Right into the wine pit.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
So you guys still psyched, though, even though it's so early?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got his coffee, though. Right this way. Right this way, guys.
Oh, look, the fruit plate. The fruit plate in there.
They got the fruit plate. So you guys know if there's a fruit plate, you've made it.
Yeah. This is it.
We thought that if we weren't Tom Cruise, we weren't going to get one. No, you guys have made the list.
We did. Nice. That's a great...
That is a very sexy fruit plate. So what's going on? You guys have a coffee table book coming out?
We do. Is it a coffee table? It's a coffee table, yeah. It was good. Have you looked at it?
I have. It's actually a really great book. And it's not just because I'm in it, but that does help.
All right.
No. It's actually pretty well done.
It is.
That's all right.
It's very fanciful.
All right, guys. Have fun with Howard today.
We will. We're very excited.
From Entourage, Adrian Grenier and Kevin Conley. It's actually Grenier. Adrian Grenier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I never knew how to pronounce that either.
Yeah, these guys are on the hit show Entourage on HBO. There's the boys.
There they are in the flesh.
Man. What's up, guys? How you doing?
Hey, fellas. Good to have you on here.
Glad to be here.
I like the pronunciation.
Grenier. Grenier is the right way to say it.
Grenier.
Is it? That's
No, it's Grenier. You don't
Well,
even
how do you say it?
I don't know.
Your co-star doesn't even know how to say it.
It's Grenier.
Grenier.
I thought it was Grenier.
Grenier.
Why would it be Grenier?
Because Will researched it and found out. And
Oh, so
evidently,
you're wrong.
Adrian, you don't even know how to say your own name.
Is it Grenier? It's Grenier.
It's Grenier.
My mom
an
calls you Grenier, and
affirmative.
I can't believe it. She does it every single time. My mom says the same thing.
Yeah.
Grenier.
You know,
Boys,
in year 5, everyone in Mary Tyler Moore's show knew how to pronounce their own name.
Yeah, when Entourage was first coming out, I remember we spoke.
We had you in with
Mark Wahlberg,
Mark
yeah.
With Marky
Wahlberg, yeah.
Mark. And now the show's a huge hit.
It was like the first episode or something.
But did you believe it would really be a hit? Did you really think it would be this big?
Not as big as it is, no. It's pretty shocking. But yeah, at the time, it was like, I think 1 or 2 episodes had aired.
What had you done up until then? I mean, you weren't that well known, right?
No, I wasn't. I mean, I had done Unhappily Ever After. We talked about Bobcat Goldthwait. And,
Right, yeah, that's Kevin. Kevin has quite a sexual history. He was dating a very hot chick named Nikki Cox.
Yes.
And Bobcat Goldthwait stole her.
Swiped her out from her. Yeah. And then Jay Moore swiped her from him.
Is he now married
They're
to
married,
her?
yeah.
She's a very hot chick. She is, in fact, I remember Artie met her once when he was working on the set of
I worked
the
with her
Norm
for
Show.
a year.
The Norm Show, yeah.
And she'd show up in like a 12-year-old boy's T-shirt, like one of those guinea T-shirts.
Right, the little
She would rehearse.
And she would distract the crew. They had to tell her to put some clothes on.
Fuck the
Did they
crew.
really have to tell her to put clothes on?
No,
Artie?
well, no. What happened was she, you know, I worked with her for a full year, and she would rehearse. First of all, she had this enormous black guy who was her bodyguard.
Clay.
Clay. Yeah,
Who is she I mean, from you guys?
She had to have a bodyguard at all times.
She had stalkers.
She had a real, like, serious problem with a stalker years ago.
Okay.
And this guy is so intimidating, but she would show up. At the time, she was 21. And she would show up to rehearsal with like a 12-year-old boy's Guinea T-shirt on.
Wow.
And fuck the crew. Me and Norm said, listen, we can't act as it is.
We're trying to act here.
I mean, I can't...
She might have been the reason that show got canceled.
That probably is right.
We had to switch our names in the cast to our real name. Like, I originally had a different name.
Kevin, how devastating is it when you lose a girl like that to Bobcat Goldthwait?
You know, it was not my finest. It's not one of my finest moments.
How did you tell
We've made up since
How
then.
did it affect your working with him, though?
We did it actually another year like that with them together. Yeah.
Ooh.
So.
Yikes.
How did she tell you?
I read it somewhere or something.
Oh,
Even
you're
worse.
kidding.
Yeah.
It's a terrible thing.
It's a terrible thing.
And now she's dating Jay Moore.
She's married to Jay Moore, who's a nice guy. Listen, that was like 10 years ago, 12 years ago.
I mean,
I've been to hell and back since then.
But was this going on behind your back for a while? Is that what you're saying?
You know, always assume that it is. If you think it's not, you're just in denial.
I'll have you know, I will never
Whether
do
or
that
not
to
it
you,
was,
Kev.
yeah, thank you, Adrian.
Adrian gets lots of women. We're going to get
I
to
don't need
his,
your women.
We're going to get to your resume. I imagine it is not very difficult for you to get women. You're a good-looking dude. Sometimes I see Adrian at the gym. For a while, we were into this weird thing. We didn't even say hello to each other.
That was weird, right?
It was weird. Then I finally walked up to her. I said, "Why
did that go on?"
I go, "I don't know. I mean, I forgot that Adrian was on the show, and I would have immediately gone up and said, you know, normally I don't bother anybody,
Right.
but I pass him in the hall, and finally I said to him, hello."
It was an awkward hello, as I recall.
Yeah, because I was like, well, maybe I did something bad to this guy or something. I don't know.
What gym?
I think we were
What's
just
the
trying to
gym
let
we
each
go
other.
to?
I mean, we were both like, you know,
Giving each other your space or
sweat.
something?
Yeah, but I didn't want to bother you. You didn't want to bother me.
I don't want to bother anybody, but it was good that we said
Besides,
hello.
you're not a woman. Why should he bother with you?
Honestly, it's true. I thought it might be refreshing.
Why should he waste his time being charming to you?
All right, let me slow this down
the
for
back,
a second.
maybe,
because
right?
I got a lot to talk to you guys about. And Adrian will get to your list. But as long as Kevin started with
Hey,
the
let's
women.
start with Kevin, since we know him better.
Kevin, recently, though, and this is an important topic to bring up with you, you happened to be at the MTV Awards.
I was at the MTV. So was
when
Adrian.
Kid Rock, Adrian was there as well, but you
Serious?
were an eyewitness to Kid Rock and Tommy Lee fighting. It was reported in all the newspapers that Pam Anderson was there and Kid Rock and Tommy Lee got into a fight. What did you see that night? What was your eyewitness account?
Okay, now, I mean, I don't want to incriminate. I don't want to incriminate anyone. Am I going to get in trouble?
Are there charges?
Are there pending
No,
charges?
the truth will set you free. What did you see that night? That's all I'm asking you.
Okay. I saw, Kid Rock. We were all at one table. And, Adrian, you were there. You have an eyewitness account as well. Are you going to chime in
You
here?
saw it too?
Yeah, we were both sitting there.
Now, did the police interview you guys afterwards?
No.
They did not. Why not? Why wouldn't they interview?
I don't think there have been any charges.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
That's good.
I was actually mesmerized by the performance on stage.
That's the one thing why most people didn't really see what was going on, because Alicia Keys was on stage and she was killing it.
Phenomenal.
Really, I find her a little boring.
Not this night. She was not.
She was good.
Nothing boring about what she was
And she lost weight, did she not? She
just
better.
looked great. The performance, everything that she was doing was unbelievable. So all eyes were on her. Not to mention, we were right there, so she's like standing on top of us.
So why are these two fighting?
First of all, listen, I don't know Tommy at all. Kid Rock, to me, was like one of the coolest dudes. I could not believe it. I was very impressed with him. He just was like a nice...
He's a very nice
normal guy, you know, and he was sitting there, and I guess Tommy Lee came over.
Right.
And sat down sat next to him, and Kid Rock sort of, you know, just...
dicked him.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how else to say
Was it a sucker punch?
No. Not that I saw.
Well, all right,
Not
let me take you through this. You're sitting at the table, you're minding your own business. Tommy Lee walks over to Kid Rock's table and plunks his ass down in the seat next to Kid Rock.
Now, the other thing to keep in mind is we're all sitting in our, Kid Rock is sitting in his assigned seat.
Right.
It's not like Kid Rock was looking for anything. That was his seat. He was there for 2 hours. He was there the whole night.
Tommy Lee walks over, sits down right next to him, which is going to be tough because here they were married to the same woman. A lot of mean things were said.
Did he say anything?
It looked to me like I don't think that Tommy Lee really even realized he did it. He did it.
And then Kid Rock
and
turned.
they had this look of like...
Did Kid Rock stand up or did he remain seated?
Kid Rock... Tommy Lee stood up first, I believe. Kid Rock said something to him like, get the fuck out of here. Get up and get out of here. Something like that.
And then Kid Rock hauled off and punched him in the face.
That's how it looked to me, yeah.
Did Tommy say anything at all?
He didn't really have much time to say much of anything.
Did Tommy go down from the punch?
It happens. One thing. The other thing is the security there was amazing.
Yes.
Security. It was like a half a second. And
Now
there
let
was
me ask you
people
something
everywhere.
else. Did Kid Rock check the security before he took the punch?
And then Kid Rock, Kid Rock just got up and sort of walked out with a bunch of security guards. It was pretty.
Wow.
It was really one of the one of the coolest things I've ever seen. To be totally honest with you.
To see Kid Rock punch Tommy Lee in the face was probably better than what was going on stage. While Adrian was staring at the stage, you got to see the real.
I'm a music lover.
You are.
I mean, I
he likes the
caught
violence.
it out of the corner of my eye. But the funniest thing was then Puffy and all the rapper guys were like, and you got to stop violence in rock and roll.
But Kevin, you do like violence. You have been involved in violence.
I was nothing.
Did you not punch Oil Air Brandon Davis in the face? Now everybody can't stand him. I mean, he is an obnoxious rich kid. Why did you punch him in the face? How did that occur?
Why not?
Right.
Honestly, he's I obviously dated Nikki for years, and they're
that's not obvious. You dated Nikki Hilton.
Right.
Now let me understand this. When you date one of the Hilton sisters,
yeah,
that's a very wealthy girl, right?
Correct.
Does she pay for stuff?
No, well, no. I mean,
why should she pay for stuff?
Because she has more money than Kevin.
Take her out.
I mean, Kevin's making okay money. He's working for HBO. He ain't a millionaire. We know that HBO is very cheap.
Right. Well, they've been good with us.
Have been good. Adrian, have they been good with you?
They've been all right.
They've been all right. You're not. I don't see you doing any dancing.
I don't have anything to compare it to.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Now,
yeah. I mean, no. Listen. I mean, I earn enough living to where. Do I pay for dinner? Of course. Would I do that kind of stuff?
He used to have to compete financially with her a little bit. As I recall, he spent a lot of money on gifts because he had to sort of show her that
Kevin Dillon used to say, "You're setting the bar too high early, bro."
And you would hang out with Paris Hilton and Nikki Hilton. That's got to be a great, fun scene for you, right?
Yeah, and the whole family. They were always very nice to me. It'd be easy to sit here.
Where it shows, though, is like on vacations.
Correct. Well, no, not like that. They took me away for they took me away for a Christmas vacation.
Money.
But her, that was her dad.
We could probably
Rick,
do a whole interview just on this aspect of your life because it's fascinating to bag one of these Hilton sisters and
hang around in the whole thing. Yeah,
they're nice. They're actually really nice girls. They hate me now.
They hate you now? Why do they hate you now?
Well, no. I mean, it's gotten better. I mean, they hated me for a while. But
why? Because you broke up?
Yeah. I mean, we just had an ugly breakup. But
why did she think you were going to marry her?
She thought a lot of things, but we're friendly now.
Why did you break up? It seems like a good situation. Attractive girl. I mean, money, the whole thing.
We were together for a long time, and some things just run their course.
Yeah. How
run their course, huh?
When you start banging her, was this before Entourage?
Actually, yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
So
did you have to choose between the sisters? I mean, you go out. Do you have to say, should I go for Paris or Nikki?
No.
Who's got the tighter vagina, Nikki Cox or Nikki Hilton?
Oh dear.
Come on, let's get that.
Dear.
Who's tighter? Who's better in bed?
Very good friends.
Who's better in bed? Nikki Cox or Nikki Hilton? You go to a girl. You go into an island. They say to you, the only thing you can bring.
You get one Nikki. Which
that
one
would
do
be
you
a tough one.
You go with Cox or Hilton?
That would be a tough one.
It would.
That would be a tough one.
Well, what's your choice? I'm giving you Schindler's List now.
Honestly, the other thing, Nikki Cox, it was so long. I mean, it was literally. Like
so you would take Nikki Hilton over Nikki Cox?
No, not necessarily. Not necessarily.
I would take Nikki Hilton. There's a chance Nikki Cox might blurt out Jay Moore's act.
You mean if she blurts out Jay Moore's act, you would throw up?
Yeah.
All right. That's very, very mean. So. You'll never reveal which one goes the extra mile.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Honestly, Nikki Cox, I don't remember.
Who's more loving?
That's a tough one too.
Well, look, you've seen One Night in Paris, right?
Neither of them are loving.
No, they both are. Listen, honestly, I get along pretty well with both of them at this point. Nikki Cox and I, are really, and Jay Moore too. Jay Moore's a good guy.
But wait a minute, Kevin. You've seen One Night in Paris.
I actually haven't seen One Night in Paris, but I'm friends with Rich Solomon's a friend of mine.
Is that
Rich Solomon's an old friend of mine.
Is he a nice guy?
Very nice guy.
And what do you think of him marrying Pam Anderson?
I think he seems happy. Really, really.
You think that's real?
I don't think it's real. I know it's real. He's a good friend of mine.
Did there come a time when you saw both of the Hilton sisters naked together?
No.
That
never happened.
Never happened. You never saw them nude?
No.
Did there come a time when you found yourself attracted to Paris? It was a very attractive girl.
Right. Well, but I actually met Nikki through Paris. So Paris and I have been friends for a long time, but you know.
Did you try to get Paris and didn't work out?
No, she was always dated Rick.
Adrian, I think, banged her a couple of times, right? Adrian,
I want to see if. Let's hear this.
Good for you. I mean, I would do that in a minute. How was that for you?
Well, I haven't, but
you haven't.
I imagine it'd be great.
You made out with her a little bit?
Never.
Nothing. Nothing sexual. It was rumored that you were doing her, right?
We have a very professional relationship, in fact.
Why would you have a
colleagues.
professional relationship with her?
Well, because I'm making a documentary about the media, and she has a very intimate
prominent role.
Yeah, she does. So it's a natural.
Good looking as you
subject.
are, she didn't come on to you at all? Come on, let's be serious.
I mean, we flirt, of course.
Of course, yes.